and welcome to Down the Vent. My name's Joe.
I'm Steve.
Steve, where's your mic?
Josh.
Well, it's
Yeah, Steve.
I'm
Where's...
Steve.
He's loud enough where he doesn't have to wear it.
Yeah.
except for the one guy that I asked about, literally mentioned the fact that in that one video, we were much quieter as we got farther away from the thing for some reason.
Yeah.
I have no idea what happened.
Me either. And tonight we're continuing our playthrough of Pandemic Legacy Season 2. This is game...
That.
1, 2,
Burp.
3, 4,
6.
5, 6, 7.
Oh, darn.
Yeah.
We've failed twice now. Once in April and once in May.
Back-to-back fails!
Well, no, we failed one.
I know.
Yeah. But because we failed, we did get 2 funded events back in the deck. So we have those in there. We have the epidemics in here ready to go. Josh just needs to reveal 9 infection cards.
No. 9.
9.
After we start.
See what I did? That
That's
9.
great.
Can you guys say what your characters are and what the abilities are? Because I don't remember, and it would be advantageous
Sure.
so we know what each other do.
Before or
No,
after?
go ahead and
Yeah,
see
go
like
ahead.
the city.
Jacksonville.
Which one's that?
Jacksonville.
Really?
No. Bogota.
Bogota.
Bottom.
It's in South America.
Bogota.
South America. Oh, God. That's so
Buenos
far away.
Aires. Remember, you can go to other... You can fly from one thing to one thing?
Yeah,
There's
I know.
one down there.
I know.
Santiago.
Oh, my gosh. South America's getting wrecked.
At the bottom.
New York.
Okay.
Frankfurter.
Frankfurt, Connecticut?
Up top.
That's not Connecticut.
New York.
Is that 9?
I think
one
that's
more.
8. Denver.
You can find me in Denver, Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, that one really sucks down there, Bogota. Looks like that one's going to the become infected.
I can do it to adjacent. Actually, well, let me talk about my abilities.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, you're
Playing Francesca,
abilitized.
she's a farmer and a runner. She's also weak. Once per turn, when doing the make supplies action, she can immediately do the deliver supplies action for free. And as a runner, as an action, discard a city card while in a haven or supply center to move to any location on the grid. She is, however, weak. I can hold a maximum of 3 supply cubes on my character card. Return excess cubes to the stockpile.
Okay, where did dropping off supply cubes adjacent come from?
Me confusing Season 1 and Season 2.
Okay, cool. So far you're wrong then. Steve, you go with yours.
But I have runner, I can instantly go there. Per card.
I have administrator once on my turn.
not like
as an
Pagoda.
action, I can move a pawn to any other pawn.
It's
So
adjacent.
it doesn't have to be to me. It can be any pawn to any other pawn. And then my bad side is regretful. I discard a card if I have one every time I leave a city with 0 supply cubes. So I have to make sure that
Ooh, we need to pay attention
I
to
have
that.
that I have at least a supply cube when I leave the city.
Or never go to Cairo.
Oh, you have a supply cube or the city
That-
has a supply
I believe
cube?
that's the way that reads, right, Joe?
Discard a card if you have one every time you leave a city with 0 supply cubes.
I'm assuming if I don't have a supply cube when I leave a city.
I think it's the city.
I think it's the city.
Oh, city,
I think
okay.
last time then we would have for sure failed because we were low on a bunch of cities.
Yeah, but I didn't leave a lot of places. I don't think without something.
He
you know.
specifically stayed in Cairo because Cairo didn't have any.
Yeah, I know I did. I know I had
Yeah,
some
I do
crazy
remember he
stuff.
did that because I think we looked it up and found out that's what it was or something like that.
So I'm Francis D. Yes, Francis D.
Francis did.
Yes.
And
I am a radio operator, so whenever you do the transfer supplies free action, you may give or take cubes from a player in any location instead of the same location? Question mark. I don't know what the normal action is, so I don't care. And I'm an outrider, so I may do the recon action for 1 fewer cards. So doing this would only take me 3. Doing that would only take me 4. So that's good. And then I'm a facilitator, so once per my turn, as an action, I may take any 1-player card from a character in your location. So that kind of goes with the outrider thing, so I can steal cards from other people. So like, stealing Jacksonville from Joe was useless, and why did you guys get all the good cards? You just got a bunch of Istanbuls, actually.
Istanbul, Tripoli.
Yeah, that's
So we got-
ridiculous.
Which actually, in a sense,
Isn't
is
bad.
good if we're trying to
Yeah.
build another center or whatever because we need.
Who's
to
going
do that.
first? You put our pogs out there before our pawns out there. Pawns before you shuffle them in your hand. Drew gets to go first. Matt, come on.
I'm playing Marty Jannetty since Josh skipped me.
Yeah, nobody cares about Marty
From-
Jannetty.
From
Oh,
Dump
please.
Island. He could be watching this right now. How dare you?
Whoa, that would be rude on your part.
I'm an architect
No surprise though.
and laborer.
Tell them to comment then.
I may build supply centers for one fewer card if I spend 2 supply cubes, and I may build supply centers with one fewer card. So I can build supply centers for 3 cards if I have 2 cubes to go with it.
Well, I'm glad that's one of our things is to do 3 supply centers.
Well, I guess you guys are going first.
Steve's the blue one. Josh goes first.
Josh literally always goes first.
And it's my color, pink and pink.
Actually,
Wow.
every time Josh goes first, we lose though too. So
Wow.
Yep.
It's okay.
Mad 'cause bad.
it's a co-op game, buddy.
All right, Josh, take it to the limit.
So how did you think you were going to get the Pagoda for...
Did you not listen when I described my actions?
You can move, if you discard a card, you can move next to a supply
No,
center.
you can
Any
go from
location.
here to any one of these.
Any location or any supply
Me,
center?
if I discard a card from a supply center or
Gotcha.
I can go to any location.
Gotcha. Where we could just go between
You
any.
can go here.
So 1, 2, 3, but then I can only make and I couldn't drop?
Right, because
Or is it the other way around?
no, making and dropping is an action.
Free actions are picking up supplies or
Yep.
transferring.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Steve Zirk, thanks for subscribing.
Yep.
So me going over
Oh, and
there...
so is the inoculate.
So me going over there ain't gonna really help, but I could save Sao Paulo. So I think Bogota I'm not gonna be able to do on my turn.
And
So
in New York.
is New York down 1?
New York has 0.
Oh wow. So I can go like 1, and then I can pick these up, and then I can go 2, and then I can drop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Good.
Or I can just make here. So give me make. I'll leave those for you guys.
That's 1.
Are you in a Haven or Supply Center?
Yes.
Oh, you made 2? Cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
just
we
wanna make
have
sure.
because we have the opal
2,
3
3,
and 4.
and 4. Okay.
Good.
There you go.
Sweet.
Oh man, it's that quick.
All right, increase the infection rate marker. Infect. Draw the bottom card
Well, there goes Pagoda.
and remove all cubes.
Triple E. Bye bye.
That's the only triple E card in the deck, too. You kidding me?
Of course it is.
Man.
And then flip over and draw 2.
Yeah. I got it.
Son of a gun.
That's how games start, man.
I know.
Steven's shuffling. He shuffles these epidemics. Blame him.
It's all me, right? It's my fault that we have to put 8 in.
He separates the 8 piles and he just puts it on top of each
Yeah,
of
and
them.
then just leaves them.
Actually, no. As you guys may have noticed, I put them all in. I stacked them all up, and then realized I hadn't shuffled the individual piles.
Oh.
So I had to unstack them all,
Oh.
shuffle all the individual piles, and then restack them. And here's what's messed up. It tells you take the thinnest ones and put that on the bottom,
Oh,
and the
wow.
thickest at the top. So so when you're randomly separating, you have the longest possible chance before hitting one.
Jacksonville, New
Nice one,
York.
Josh.
We're good.
New York got saved by Josh.
Yeah.
Good luck,
I'm
Joe.
So happy.
Go fix Pagoda.
Yeah.
I can't.
Bogota.
Well, you can pick up for free.
What do you have as far as things? Can't you get?
And
to
then
right
you
to
can
Jacksonville?
fly
1, 2, 3. I guess I can. Okay.
and drop them.
Wait. Fix Tripoli or Jacksonville.
Why?
Tripoli's at 1. Fix Tripoli first.
There's also only one car. Well, yeah, I guess.
There's
Yeah.
1 Pagoda and 1 Tripoli in the,
Yeah.
on the top right now.
Yeah.
There's only 1 pagoda, not 2? There's 2 pagodas.
There's
It came
2
up
Pagodas.
twice.
And 2 Sao Paulos.
Where's Sao Paulo?
No,
Right.
0
No.
Sao Paulo.
Is there
That's why I
0?
put the-
Okay,
Yeah, there's no
gotcha.
Sao Paulo in there.
So there's definitely 2 Pagodas, though.
Yeah, leaving those houses like that so we know they're not in the deck.
Well, I was just covering the...
Realistically, they don't matter anyways, because they're not going to lose any population as long as there's a thing there. And that's the thing that we need to remember. If we get infection if we get the green cube somewhere, the plague cube somewhere, I don't know. Do we now every time we put on a green plague cube, does it also get this thing, one of those? No, that's when do we put those on?
I don't know why we got that.
We opened a thing.
Because we opened another.
Remember you did a search and it gave us that?
That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was the search.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it expands. We should look at the rule book. It would. It should be a sticker.
I think if it hits
there
zero
it is.
population,
Might be.
it becomes rat infested. But that one has 1 population, so.
So where am I going? Pagoda or
I think Pagoda, but Triple E
Pagoda.
is a 1, so
Meh.
taking it to a 0 would be really bad, whereas Pagoda would only go to a 1.
Yeah.
It's harder to come back from a 0 to a 1. It takes
is.
more.
Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Go back.
You should
Go
make
back
2
there.
first.
Yeah, I'll make
Yeah.
2 before I go.
Yeah.
I guess I could just left them there then. Do that.
Yeah, leave
instead.
them for.
Just leave those there. I'll just make 2. Come over here and drop them.
I don't
Washington.
I don't know if we put a rat thing in there,
Washington.
Matt. I think that we just put it down there.
Well, there is something in here, but all it says is that if you make it to a place that has it,
You get a scar if you start your turn there.
yeah,
Or not a scar, an exposure.
yeah, if your character gets exposed if you begin your turn in a city marked with an infested symbol.
Frankfurt.
Connecticut.
We're fine. Pagoda.
Buenos Aires.
Woo!
Good. Then in
Yeah,
and
we
down,
definitely need
Matt.
to get down there.
All right, Matt, fix it. Fix it, Felix.
You said you could do it.
There was only 1 Buenos Aires in there, so Pagoda, I'd say, would be the next.
Mm-hmm.
I can't fix both.
Sao Paulo doesn't need to be fixed. Buenos Aires does, but there's only 1 Buenos Aires card in there, and there's 2 Pagodas still in the next 5 cards.
Yeah. So I would do Pagoda.
Okay. I mean, I'll only be able to put 1 on there.
That's
Why?
Oh, unless I discard a card.
Can you not? You have to keep them on you?
Huh?
Wait, why can you only put 1?
1, 2, 3. I think I
Josh.
can deliver.
You drop as
Gosh.
many. Oh, why don't you just
Look
make
at
2
the
here?
piles.
Well,
See if we have F and 14.
because my deliver action is when I do the make supplies action.
the card
I
F
can
and
put 1 there
14.
if you want.
You don't have to drop, though, right?
Once on your turn, when doing the make supplies action, you may immediately do the deliver
F.
supplies action.
Right. I'm just saying you can make once there and get 2 cubes.
Yep.
Move, move.
Can't
Oh,
deliver.
that's it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Why don't you go here? 1, 2. It's the same distance.
We can't go there because it's not connected by a water route.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. We can't go here from here, right?
Right,
Yeah.
because that red line at the bottom blocks
Yeah.
the water. It becomes a.
I can
Son
either
of
put 1 on
biscuit.
Pagoda or I can put 1 on Sao Paulo and 1 on Buenos Aires.
Sao Paulo does not need
Sao
one.
Paulo doesn't need 1.
I know, I'm just saying that's an option.
I'd rather you just put 2 on Buenos Aires then.
Yeah.
I can't put 2 on Buenos Aires.
2, 3. Yeah, you can.
Why would you put? How would you be able to put
Okay.
1 and 1?
Because I make and deliver for free and then I move and put another one.
Hmm.
Well, I can put 2 on Buenos Aires or 1 on Pagoda then.
2 on Buenos Aires, I guess, and Pagoda will just eat it.
But theoretically,
Are you white? I'm assuming.
Yes.
yeah, theoretically Pagoda should be coming up then for
Yeah,
sure.
I would do 1 on Pagoda.
And then Steve could fly to you. He could pick up and fly to you and drop off 2 more.
Here's the problem: if 2 go into Pagoda, then it becomes a thing, and then I have to fly him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like in other words,
If Pagoda
2
Pagoda
blows-
comes up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pagoda
If
comes
I-
up, then it potentially could hurt you. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It may not, or it forces me to have to get you out of there. Is my point, and that could be. Whatever.
Yeah, if I discard a card, I can put 2 to 4 there.
I would discard the card then.
Mhm.
We got
Yeah.
double of each of those, so
No, Triple E or Stimble away.
Triple E because I have another Triple E over here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna make first.
Okay.
I have a reason, because I can only carry 3,
Right.
so I'm just throwing 1 there,
Gotcha.
because that's free.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. You want all 3 there?
Keep
Might as well,
Okay.
because the 2 cards are going to come up and we're going to
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
go right
yeah,
back there
yep,
again,
yep,
right?
yep.
So
Very
Yeah.
true.
Yep. Yeah,
Epidemic.
and there's a good chance there will not be epidemic between here,
yeah,
like for at least a little
Ooh.
while.
Okay.
Yep.
Ready?
Yep.
do it to it.
Santiago,
Oh no, Ratland.
Denver.
It's gotta be back to back then.
Well, it'll be pretty close.
How many are there, Josh? It was 10 cards,
There's 4, 5, 6.
so it's 2 of the next 4 cards are Pagoda.
It won't.
Here goes Steve.
Well, that's okay. Steve's going to save Denver and Jacksonville.
And Santiago and Buenos Aires.
I don't think you can do all that.
And Frankfurt. You can do all that in one turn.
Yeah, Steve can.
Steve can.
You could definitely do Denver or Buenos Aires.
Okay, so
I have a feeling it'd be bad to have our Opal go to 0.
Yeah, that would probably be bad.
Well, Pagoda should be coming up. What else should be coming up soon then?
Another New York.
Yep.
yeah.
New York.
And then
So I'm gonna pick up for free
a-
because it makes sense to pick up.
I don't remember what else there was there.
I don't know. Definitely another New York.
Tripoli. Tripoli hasn't come up yet. Or has once, hasn't it?
Nope, it would be New York and Tripoli and then 2 Pagodas.
So you're fine, actually. Then I would cover something else. That's already came up.
Or get closer to some place to be able to help it next
Yeah,
time.
because Frankfurt is going to be a hard one because it's out in the middle of freaking nowhere.
Yeah, there's not a supply center anywhere near
Joe.
it. I didn't connect it.
I think you did.
Matt.
I for sure didn't.
I think I connected Moscow.
Correct.
Based on the Sharpies, it was Josh.
Yeah.
You might be right. I think it is. You do Denver, Steve, or Buenos Aires.
Whoa, Josh.
Yeah. Big Mike Spike.
Or Santiago.
Earn rewards when you stream to multiple platforms, Joe.
I know, you can win a Logitech gaming mouse and headset.
How does that help a streamer? Are all streamers gamers?
A majority of Twitch streamers are. Yes. A large majority.
I would have rather taken like a nice 4K camera. Like the 4K version of the Logitech.
So I was looking at green screens to get, so when we have when we have a 4th camera, we can green screen a little area to like put cards or
Like,
whatever,
let
like
me
right
just-
here or whatever.
Buy a piece of green fabric.
Yeah, I know. They make chair green screens that literally you just put on the back of like your.
Chair and it just pops up behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense for people that do gaming because, I mean, it's just you and your profile, and if you have a group, you pop on, pop it off
so I'll
afterwards.
go, if I could go 1, 2, and then drop 2 there on Buenos Aires,
Hmm?
or I could go 1, 2, and drop 2 on Denver.
And you could also make that have 2 more.
Buenos Aires.
Making isn't free.
Right, but before you left.
Well, no, because each one I drop is dropping is 1, right?
No, you drop as many as you want.
Oh crap!
Oh,
you,
it's
you
beating-
can't go through that way. You
Sao
can't
Paulo
you
has
can't
none.
go to, you can't go through Sao Paulo without dropping a cube there because it has no cubes.
Yeah, or else I'd have to
So you
discard
could
a
you
card.
could go to Denver, I guess, and do that. So
Yeah,
you're,
that would make better
or
sense. I guess.
Frankfurt.
Or you
Or
could
I,
drop, or you could drop
well,
one
No,
in both.
Frankfurt would be farther. Frankfurt, I actually couldn't.
He
I
could,
only
he
drop
could,
1 cube.
he could drop one in both.
Yeah, I could do that. Though
Instead of
it'd be
making
kind of a
twice.
waste to do that.
Well, it's an action to drop. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. He could.
Instead of making twice, he would just drop twice.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's going to be the only way for him to be able to go to that area,
Yeah,
is
you're
for
right.
that to have a cube.
Well, not necessarily. If I move myself directly to
I know.
somebody,
But if you
But then you're
can't,
trapped there unless you
well,
drop a cube. Yeah.
I just drop a cube. I mean, the other thing is I drop a card. It's not impossible for me
Mhm.
to drop a card,
Right.
but like that. So
yeah, whatever. Do you, man?
So,
so just in future, we have to think about Steve's disability.
Or he
so I
just
have
takes another character
So
next
let
time.
me have 2 more then, because I'll make.
Then I'll just steal them from him.
And then 2,
Can you?
3.
Yeah. Radio operator, when you do transfer.
I would put 3 there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 3, and then there'll be 1 available for you
Mhm.
or for wherever
Mm-hmm.
from there. And that also gives me the ability to go somewhere and move right away.
There you go.
Sao Paulo. Oh, and Cairo. There's 3
Nice. You just need one more.
and 3 different ones.
Ooh,
Does anybody have?
Nope, I have a
The
triple.
fourth?
I have a
Moscow? We need.
Yeah, I have
Moscow.
a
Josh
triple.
could do it though.
If
Oh,
I got
yeah,
all
'cause
cards to
We
me,
have to get the 2 cards to him, Cairo and Istanbul.
You can take cards.
I can take cards if we're on the same spot, but only once per turn.
Any card if you're on the same spot.
Any card.
Wow.
Once on your turn as an action, you may
Then
take
I-
one player card from a character
I
in your
could make it so
location.
that I could end your turn
Yeah.
like.
So I
So-
need to
so you
I need to
start-
flip I need to flip 2 for him first. Let's do
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Tripoli,
Okay. Oh crap, you're over there though, aren't
New
you? You're
York.
New York.
which is gonna have 0 on it because it's the second New York. Yep.
Okay.
So what should I do?
Taking from Steve is free,
Yep.
and then drop.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 action.
Mm-hmm. Then I can move, make, drop.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop 1 in New York and 1 in Jacksonville. And that would be my 4 actions.
Yeah.
Steal. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Drop for 1. Move for 2. Make for 3. Drop for 4. Protect the promised land.
Jacksonville's the promised land, or the United States?
God, another Jacksonville?
Jacksonville's the promised land. Oh hey, look at that.
Man, I'm in Jacksonville. Doesn't that mean I can like burn it and go anywhere in the world?
Flippy.
Yeah.
Should be double pagoda.
Pagoda.
Wow.
Pagoda.
There it is.
Because it was New York and Tripoli, like we
Unbelievable that
thought.
they're the last ones. It wouldn't have been if we didn't prepare, right?
What's
No.
the probability?
Well,
Out of 10 cards,
Well, 1
2
out
of
10
them.
cards, but twice.
1/5.
right, twice. It'd be like 100 or 1/100% that it lined up that way.
1%.
But that's not really the odds because it gets
I said probability.
probability is odds.
But
No.
it becomes.
So number 3 is
It
odd.
becomes factors
Technically,
and stuff.
it's
It becomes a greater
the
probability
chance of
as you...
drawing one of the cards out of 10 is actually 2 out of 10 because there's 2 pagodas.
Yep.
And then,
So it'd be 1/5 instead of...
but
it's
drawing
not,
it
it's
again,
2/10.
Right,
Yeah.
but then drawing it
Yeah,
again
it's exponentially.
immediately becomes.
So there's a
yeah.
2/5 chance you're going to draw a pagoda, or
2/10.
2/10 chance, so 1/5 chance you're going to draw a pagoda, and then
It becomes a
there's
1/9.
1/9 chance. So you'd multiply this as a 1/45th chance that you would draw a pagoda. But there's a little bit more to that too, because
Right,
there's
and
like
then
factorials and stuff you have to add in.
Right, and then
because,
and plus you had the shuffling in there, which, since it's not traditional like actual riffle shuffling,
yeah.
then kind of f's with all of that again.
All right, let me see here. So I can go to Cairo. I can make
you hit
2.
to Lake Bacall, please?
No.
Yeah, we can if
Yeah.
somebody can get a Moscow.
Yep, and I'll probably be like,
We'll
nah.
just get 1 Moscow.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Or
I
get
can't
him
get there.
more stuff.
Oh, you brown?
Yeah.
What did Brown do for you?
I mean, you can get there, but you wouldn't be able to drop anything.
Right, which is silly.
You want to know what would be smart? If you went and used this at Sao Paulo and it says fill the location to its population, that would be 7
I
cubes.
could do that and put 7 cubes in Sao Paulo,
You good?
and you can pick up for free, right? So I could pick up 4 of them then, and then Josh could. Well, on your turn, I guess.
But you know what I mean? Just thinking like
I can pick
instead
up
of
6 of them. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
I want to leave some there in case you walk through.
That's the beauty of those things is that they're actually more powerful. We just have not gotten to the point.
well, it's
where
their more powerful.
to do the
the
put 'em
bigger
everywhere
cities,
things to,
yeah.
you know?
I can do that, or I can go to. I might be able. Can I make it to Frankfurt?
Well, what's
1,
the other
2,
thing
3.
though
I
that
can make it
does?
to
Doesn't it
Frankfurt.
give
If you
everything-
wipe,
make and drop,
you
though.
fill all havens and supply centers to their population.
Which is great. Like now, that's the other thing, Joe.
Isn't Istanbul the one with?
But then it's gone. That card's gone.
Well, if you've run out of those things.
Well, a lot of them are one checks.
Yeah. What's the other one? Is it a 1 check or C?
It's 3.
That's got 3. That's crazy because that would fill that 1 to 7 and all the other things to their max to
Well,
their
we-
things.
Yeah,
That,
if
well,
we
we
had.
actually have a lot out there right now. Is my point. You know, like a lot of the supply centers. My point.
Yeah, but I mean,
Sure. That is it worth it? Not
I don't think it's
necessarily,
worth
but
it for the
guys-
extra cube to to burn a whole entire card or put another check.
Right.
Well, we don't have to put all 7 of them onto that one though. We
I know.
can spread it all
I know.
over the board. Is my
I
point.
can just build supply centers for less cubes or less cards. That's all I got, man.
Supply centers for less.
Yeah.
That's another way that we can do that.
We have
In
to.
fact, we need to.
Oh,
Yep.
so you can do it for 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
3 cards and 2 cubes.
Yes.
They have to be the same color, unfortunately, which I have nothing yet because I keep drawing these produce supplies.
Yeah.
I might as well do that, right? 1, 2, and
It's an action.
3. to fill the one I'm at.
Yep. Which
Okay.
just slide those 7 on there.
And then pick some off for free.
Right? Is that
Sure.
good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could take all but one.
Well,
I would leave.
just in
leave-
case, because you can't. Can you grab from me for free as well if you're in the same spot?
If you're in the same spot.
Yes.
Okay.
I can only hold 3 as well.
Yeah, so I'll leave those there just in case someone needs to walk through and grab one to fill Buenos Aires later or something like that. I have one more action step. I honestly don't know what to do, though.
How many actions?
One more.
You could.
You could make to get 2 more.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can make to get 2 more, or you can fly over here and prep
Drop
for
one?
this.
Oh, no, yeah. Well,
Prep,
it's pointless
prep,
putting me
prep
there,
for
I think.
Tripoli or prep for Frankfurt.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
I
can
mean,
try
I
to
don't,
head
I
to
don't,
Frankfurt
I don't
next.
know.
All right.
I mean, if you,
Lagos.
I mean, if you got nothing, might as well just.
Produce supplies. I will have all the supplies.
Denver. Chicago.
Go. All right.
I thought.
Hey, Panic Games, what's up?
Which one is good if it has
Hey,
2?
big
Atlanta?
ball.
Is
How's it
Atlanta
going?
or Denver, Joe? Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta and Moscow are both.
So nearly certain I'm going to go to that Arizona game thing in March, at the end of March.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my buddy that I've known for a long time who
Do you want me to explain those areas?
If you can, yeah.
yeah, it's probably good. My buddy who's been
Wouldn't you just make and leave those? Because it's the same thing.
No, it's free to pick up.
Is it free to
Yeah.
pick up? Okay,
Yeah.
That's the point of leaving them there. Yeah.
gotcha. I
Or
see.
could I put 3 there?
1, 2.
you might want to put the third one there. I don't know why you wouldn't, because he's
I
got
think
a
that's
bunch
the
extras
problem we
to
were doing
trade out.
before was that we put 2 and then the 2 cards would come up. We're like, oh my god, we got to get back.
We
there
got to go
again.
back there. Yep.
If we
I
put
think
3
we've
on these
gotten-
places,
Yeah, I think it also matters.
Well,
too,
because
is
then
you
that
gotta keep-
the top set is just being reshuffled, so it's better to put 3 so
Right,
we can get
right,
right.
we can
And-
get deeper
and a
in
lot
the
of it
deck.
depends on whether or not we've actually gotten the 2. I think we've been a little bit more unlucky in the past,
yeah.
where we've had several 2-2-2s, right, without being as spread across. You know, like
Yeah.
2 of this, 2 of
So I
that, 2
did
of that.
1, 2. I picked up 2 for free. 3. I moved here. I made 1 for my last action, which let me deliver for free.
Right.
Yep.
So now you get to grab your stuff. But yeah, anyways, my buddy that I've known since Lich King came out,
Nice.
but I've never actually met him
Mhm.
in real life. He lives out in Arizona.
Frankfurt gets a epidemic or outbreak or whatever infection.
Okay. Well, we just gotta get the thing.
Moscow, it's good because it has 2.
Okay.
It's well stocked.
Good.
How's Moscow?
When's ticket
There's
sale
only 2
for
cards,
VIG
so
for you? It's coming up soon, isn't it?
February 2nd.
Is it February?
So, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So
Really? I thought Gen Con tickets always went on sale in January.
it's
He's-
that
he's
last
behind.
weekend of-
Right. Yeah.
Because he's new to VIG.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about
1
that.
week after the people who've been there. So next year it'll
Okay.
be that.
So I think everybody else gets like January 26th or something like
It's
that.
the Sunday before.
Yeah.
It would be the Sunday before that one, and then that one, and then the week after that is
Yes,
when general everybody else can go in and get their stuff.
Yep. And then you
I like
during
the
the,
shades.
during that same week, I think is when you can get hotel also, correct? Or vice versa, a couple days later. It's like February 6th or something.
No, that same day is the
Okay.
day that all opens up.
So probably you'll sign in, get your hotel, and then you'll give
I'm
me.
going to sign in, get my badge, then get my hotel, and then I will give you the then we'll just have to work. When we're
Okay.
done, we'll
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
discussion about exactly what you
Well,
want.
you'll have to buy my badge also.
Right, I was going to say, I thought I had to buy your
Yep.
badge. And then
But then, like what I did in the past is I just gave you my pass. I just went in,
Right,
reset
that's
the
what I thought we
password,
did
and
before,
then
which
had
you'll
you
be
sign
fine.
in.
That looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
that'll be fine.
It's warm.
Yeah.
It looks scratchy.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would
It's not,
imagine
it's soft. Dude.
I would
Soft
I would
it is.
imagine that it would be really warm for you because you're a warm person. So I would imagine for you it's like that's a never in the summer hat.
Oh no, it would just be sweat.
It would kill you.
It would be
It'd
a
flat,
towel.
It would be awful.
It would just be dripping.
Okay. So essentially at the end of my turn, I want to end with Josh on the space. So I have 3 things to do and then pull Josh to me so you can grab cards.
At least one card. We can do one at a
You
time.
can get to Cairo or Istanbul.
I can get to Tripoli. And,
Oh,
and
well, that's
well,
not-
here's the thing.
He
I
has
go-
Tripoli though.
I understand. That's my point, though. But he doesn't need to be in the same city to trade with me.
Right, but if you're in one of them,
No,
my point
I
is
have
this-
to be in the same city. Well, I don't have to be the same city as these.
The-
Yeah.
he can do that once
My
per
point
turn.
my point is I can go straight to Tripoli
Yeah.
and then move to Cairo or Istanbul and end my turn there, bring him to me.
Yeah.
I could trade him one away myself, or
Yeah.
he can trade both on his turn.
Yeah.
Either
exactly.
way.
Okay.
Gotcha,
And if
so-
I go to Cairo, everything hinges off that one spot. We can literally do this next turn. You can
Yeah.
have that next space.
Cool. Because I could steal one from you and you can give me the other one, pretty much.
Right, exactly.
And then that would be my
Or
three.
you could take them both from him yourself.
Oh,
Right,
because
that-
we're in the
well,
location.
yeah,
Gotcha.
that's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah,
trying to
yeah,
get-
yeah,
yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yep.
that's what I was
and
trying to
that's
get
where
across.
The question becomes, because I'm going to be limited on what I can do outside of that.
Right.
So what else do I do?
Santiago's the only place in danger, but yeah,
I can't
that's
do
so
that
far
anything.
away.
I could only do that if I use my power that I need to have Josh with me for
Yeah.
to go right there and then move over and do that.
I think we do this so we can get it unlocked.
Yeah, I think it's super
Yeah.
important we get those unlocked.
That's an objective done as well then.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, it's one
yeah,
of the ones.
yeah, exactly. We would really have a good chance of doing more because then that would also open up some more spaces to put that on too.
We need 3 objectives.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
Which connecting cities is pretty easy. Because that's what, just 2 cubes?
Yeah, I mean, the red one's mandatory.
Well, yeah, we have to do this.
Yeah.
But the other thing is once this opens up, we will have, we'll want to connect.
Well, that's
these.
why I'm
We'll
saying
want to
connecting
do-
cities will be
Right,
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a lot, Paul.
Can we get
Okay.
back, can we get a C route at some point? I need more C.
For what?
St. Petersburg.
Hey,
To go
Yeah.
to Mary.
Yeah, that was my suggestion.
Yeah, it'll happen
From
at some
from
point,
London.
Yeah.
it'll happen never.
You could do a sea ferry from London. London to... Actually,
We should go from Dump Island is what we should do.
that's where... That, is
I agree.
that... Yeah, that's
We
water.
should go from Dump Island.
It's-
Yeah, no,
it's-
it's
it's
definitely
a-
water.
yeah,
because
it's
it's
a
got
port,
that
yeah.
symbol, right. And again, to go
Yeah,
from
yeah,
there
yeah.
would make it better.
One
better
away
sense 'cause
from
that's
a
one
haven,
step.
yeah.
Yep, it's one step and you're already that deep in
If
the
we
county.
can, I'd have to look at the rules.
It would
again.
work.
Those are some pretty thin lines.
I think you can
It
do
says
it
water.
the way it shows. I don't think it's. I don't
I
think it's
mean,
pushy about that, but
You obviously have to be able to draw one there because it's a port city.
right.
hmm
But it is. You just have to go like through the canal.
Draw a sea lane from it to another port location. It's a port location, so...
What is?
You spend
free
2 cubes to
speaking
do
of?
that to connect the
So-
city to the grid.
Yep, spend 2 supply cubes.
Damn.
Spend a city to draw a straight line from center of
So,
your
I'm
city
gonna
to a
get rid
center of another...
Tripoli to go to
City of your city.
Huh?
City of your city.
Center of your city too.
Another city. Were we doing from our city or are we just doing random cities?
No, we're always doing from our city.
Okay. And same thing for ports. Draw a sea lane from it to another port location.
Your ability is to move one pawn to another pawn, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Can you move 2 people, or is it only moving people?
I can only do that once on my turn.
But can you move yourself, or is
Yes.
it only other people?
No, it's move one pawn to another pawn. Period.
Okay.
Right. But I can only do it once on a turn.
You can move to Cairo, make and drop.
Well, I moved to Tripoli. I'm not really going to. No, most of my turn is going to be.
Given card.
Well, again, that's what the question becomes: is it better to have him have more turns to give cards?
Well, he just needs 2 more blacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I could take an action.
So, it's,
So 2 of my actions
so
are gone.
So do 3 actions, and then as your last action, just move yourself to Cairo, because then Josh can take something that's not Cairo, and then he can take Cairo, and then he's good.
Yeah.
Because that would be, what, 3? And then
And you don't
research.
spend the card then
And then you
either.
don't spend a card.
Not that that's a big deal, but
Right. Okay. So I did 1 to move to there. 2 would be to go to Cairo. 3 is bringing Josh. I have 1 more thing. What's the other thing? Is my point.
oh,
Make-
Josh isn't in Cairo. I'm in Cairo.
make
Duh.
2 cubes.
Right.
Me and Matt were thinking Josh was in Cairo.
No,
I was like,
I'm
Wait, why
paying.
don't you just move to Matt or Josh at the end of the round? Why are we spending the card? Never mind.
No, or does the last thing that I do is give him the Cairo card, and then he just takes Istanbul from me, and that gives him
an extra.
an extra action on his
Yeah,
turn.
I guess
that
that's
may
fine.
be the better case because what am I doing with 2 cubes?
Right.
Just holding
Nothing.
them, and then I can just take them from you.
Yeah, you can either make or give him a card, and you can just go Chicago for 1, Cairo for 2, move Josh to you.
I dropped Tripoli to just go straight to it.
Okay.
Because it's the destination that I want to go. Because he's already got the Tripoli card, so it doesn't matter. So that didn't matter. So that puts me there in 1, 2,
Pull me.
You were in
3.
Denver, right?
Uh-huh.
So you can just go Chicago, Cairo, without spending a card.
True.
Yeah.
I don't know that it makes a difference though.
Yeah, you might as well just keep Tripoli to keep it,
You spent the same amount of actions to get there, right?
but you get to keep a card.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You keep the. Yeah. Again, I don't know if we're gonna need Tripoli, but
Sure,
I guess you
sure.
have it for.
I mean,
later.
then
I
you could
also have it
just
to
you
move
could always
again.
just move to Tripoli and
I
then
always
fly
have it to move
anywhere.
Fly
again
anywhere
at
then,
some
yeah.
point, Okay, so there's that, and
Sail
then
anywhere. That has a sea route.
Yo ho.
and that's it.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's
it.
different than
1,
fly because you
2,
couldn't go. He couldn't fly to like Pagoda.
Yeah, that's it. 2 cards.
There you are. There you are.
Alright.
Paris.
Petty.
Perry.
Oh, come on. Europe, what are you doing to us?
Somebody didn't shuffle very well.
Gosh.
For an action, I'm going to
You
take
shuffled the deck. I'm just.
Tripoli.
No, you're not. You're taking Istanbul. You have Tripoli.
Oh my gosh. Who let this guy have a power?
I'm going to use Outrider. You may do the recon action with 1 fewer
Open
card.
package 2.
Dunzo. Dunzoni.
Uno, Starro.
Alonzo.
Package 2.
Jade. Topaz.
Oh, that's a lot of cards. Oh. Are those people?
Yeah.
Clearly. They kind of look like soldiers.
Nope.
They look like little backpack
They're
people.
the zombie people from the last one.
Yeah, defeated, right?
Yeah.
It actually
No,
says,
these look
"Reopen
like
your Pandemic Season 1.
these look like the characters on the front of the board. Like they have the little mask on with the hoodie. They have a backpack.
Oh no. Like,
What are they called? The not faded. I don't know.
Oh,
what's the people called that rob you when you're in a post-apocalyptic world?
Scavengers.
No. There was a specific name in this game for them. What was the name?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out what the name was.
The Epidemies.
It's the Blank Men.
The Blank Men.
Yeah.
I like that.
The
All right. This
Not the
package.
movie Blank Man.
This package includes.
Package 2, right? You open?
Yeah.
Okay.
This package includes 24 cards, 6 sticker cards, 24 Hollow Men figures. So those are the
Hollow Man.
I was like, it's something, man.
Recon report. This region is sinister. The locals swear that the Hollow Men who roam the area transport rats and vermin and release them into cities.
Oh, nice.
There are satellite towers here picking up faint transmissions from someone. The Hollow Men? By August, we think we'll be able to fine-tune our equipment and start listening in on them. Although we suspect we can recon from Kolkata, as of yet, we do not know how.
Do we have
Right
Kolkata?
now, open the following doors if you have not done so already. 62.
That's probably the map piece. Whoa, yes. A line
Good.
automatically.
Oh no.
Baghdad.
Baghdad.
Yeah, that city's being added directly. Okay.
53.
You want to do it, Matt?
Just do a good job.
No. I refuse.
What did
Okay.
I just tell you?
Add this sticker to the board.
I said do a good job.
Oh, limit of our knowledge 100. You do not yet know how to recon out of Kolkata.
Oh, okay. That's going to go onto there as well.
Oh my gosh. So bad.
It's fine.
It sounded like you ripped it.
It's fine.
Do you need me to do it, Joe? You got it?
Joe, the pressure's on. Come on, bro.
Gotta line up here, buddy.
It's lined up there, isn't it?
No.
It's close.
You gotta just drop it right there. Oh, you had it.
It's like a claw machine.
Oh, there you go. That's slightly higher. That's pretty darn close.
Right there?
That's pretty good.
They should have just made the board tear away.
That line does not line up at all. That's so funny.
That's funny. Because look, I tried to line
Yeah.
the 60 east up.
And the 80 lines up like perfect.
This goes to show. Okay,
Yeah.
so 53.
Yep, that's what I just did.
So that's going to go another one to the board.
Yep.
Soon.
Any more?
Yep. F is in Frank, but I think we may have already gotten that.
F is good. Yep.
And 14, which we've already gotten.
Yep, 14 is, because we already had to check F and 14. Where does that one go? 100 and...
120.
So 120 or 100
No, 100
and 20?
by 20.
So 100
By 20, so...
by 20 is here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, so they're just... Need to stand up for this. That seems really difficult. What's funny is my 100 is good. This side is not. Eh. It's on there. Kolkata. We have no idea how to get there yet. It looks like it has a line. Oh man, all those are infected cities. Baghdad is really gonna suck because it has a rat in it.
Yep, and it's connected.
Infested.
Yep, and it's
AF.
connected.
Yep, and it's connected. That's really gonna suck. So do we put Baghdad in here then, since it's the found city?
Yeah, it'll be in this stack here in a second. I'm just waiting for Joe.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
So
what's
that's
that?
bad, Joe, because look, they're all infested,
Well, that's
and
nice.
Baghdad is infested, and it's connected.
They
So
don't
that is
spread.
connected. Yeah, that's connected to the city, so that's a new city in our
But
grid.
that means you have to get in, fix it, and get out.
We couldn't find no Santiago.
We haven't done Santiago, which is...
Why it's so fun.
So,
We just leave them as is. They're
Well,
fine.
I'm assuming an epidemic's going to come soon, and then you're going to have to go fit Santiago.
Nah, then you just ignore it and let it get 3 play cubes.
Yeah.
Just let it get to a 0 and we don't have to care about it anymore, right?
Or how about you guys just, if it's only one card, just
There's another sticker
Get rid
added
of
to the
it.
board?
hey, right here.
okay, those go into player discard pile.
Okay.
Over there.
Ooh, you can
This
search!
goes to the game end area.
I'm gonna go search in Baghdad.
You can't right now.
No,
we should
but one of the cards would have let us grab a card that was
I
already
know.
in there, and we could have actually started with having some of those.
Yeah, why didn't you pick that one, Joe?
I'm bad at games.
Put the 4 Hollow Men Gather cards into the infection discard pile.
In the infection discard pile.
Yep.
Let's not read what they do yet. That means next epidemic is added.
Oh, those look terrible.
This is how infested spreads.
Well, it's in the thing, so we're gonna know
They
anyways.
spat it. Yeah.
Hollow Men
makes sense.
Gather. Draw this card. Drawing this card is not an infection card draw.
Oh, great. So it doesn't even
So
count.
keep going.
Right. Draw the next infection card and add a Hollow Men figure to it instead of infecting it. If you draw another Hollow Men Gather card, keep drawing. Add only one figure to the first city you reveal. That's all they do. So those go into the discard pile.
Cool. Great. Wonderful.
Put
Did they
the
mention
other-
earlier that these were Hollow Men in the game?
Put the other player and infection cards into the reserve.
So what do these guys do, though?
Nothing yet that we know of.
That's bad. I think they're going to drop. They said something about...
From what Steve
Make it
read, it sounds like
infesting.
they spread the rats.
That's cool.
Because as he read, there's a nasty place
Joe?
where people spread rats.
Read that one.
Unrationed event, renewal. Place a character ability worth 2 or less on a character card currently in play. You may place this ability over a scar. Destroy this card after use.
Finally, give the renewal unrationed event card to a player to add to their hand.
Okay.
So somebody gets that to add to their
So
hand.
not me, because I don't have a scar. So
What are they
you
doing?
or Matt.
Now, do we destroy that once we use it?
Yes, it
Right.
does say destroy this card after use.
Right.
Not an actione.
Okay.
And we want to have this beautiful event.
Well, do we use it? Is the more
We don't
question.
have to use it right away either way.
Or do we wait? And...
It's an unrationed event.
Mhm.
Oh wait, does that mean it stays in?
It stays in until well, it'd be
Or do you?
It means we can add it
no.
in the beginning
I
of
think
games.
unrationed. I think you can
It stays in.
I
You
think
don't.
it'll
It
stay
doesn't
in
count
in
towards your
between,
cost.
No,
because it's
yeah.
the ration.
Those are
ones
rationed
the,
events.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rationed
Okay.
ones.
I would recommend whoever we give it to use because A, we have the opportunity,
Yeah, we might never
And-
see it again.
and B, it's also extra clutter in that deck.
Yeah.
However, we could also hold on to it and one of us use it or one of us have it, but in case we get another
What
scar.
are the 2 or less
now-
upgrades? So we can see which ones are better for our characters.
2 or less.
Oh, there's a bunch over here too.
2. Coordinator. As a free action, move a pawn to your location if it is in an adjacent location.
Meh.
Meh. Broker. As an action, discard a city card to take a card of the same color from the player discard pile.
That's pretty good for anyone. Yeah.
Baghdad. We could search it right now.
Move in, search, move out. There's your whole entire turn.
That's fine. We just need to know what's there.
Okay, so what did I do on my turn so far?
Hold on, there's
Go
still
on
more
into
to
it.
And
do.
then there's
Oh
a
my.
one that says increase your hand limit by 1 card. That was the only thing on this.
Foreman, when doing the established supply line action, spend 1 fewer supply cube. Not bad.
Nope.
Well-
Look out to do the search action. You may take the city card matching your current city from the discard pile, add it to your hand, and then search it once.
You said supply line? Which one is
So really,
supply
if
line?
there's a search in the discard, you just go to that city, take it out of the discard, and then use it.
Yeah.
What's the
That's
supply line?
better, I think, than the other one.
Yeah. It
What's
is.
supply line?
Supply lines
City,
drawing
city.
the lines to between
Okay.
cities. Yep.
Scout, you may do the recon action in a city that does not contain a supply center. Smuggler, as an action, discard a city card and take a supply cube from the reserve and put it in the city matching a card. That's good, even for a 1. I would do Scout or the one you mentioned. The one you mentioned could be better later on, depending on what cards we get.
What
The
is it?
broker.
Yeah.
Discard a card of the same color to get a different one out of the deck, out of the discard pile.
Right. That overall, that is more useful than Scout.
Yeah.
The Scout is only searching.
I don't know. We have the objective. We have to search like every time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't
But
either way.
I mean, it has to be in the discard pile. But still, like that's
Well, not every time. This is a yellow one, so this can go away.
right. We don't have. That's not mandatory. But right now we've. I don't know.
Okay.
If you give me Scout, I can go there instantly from a Havener Supply Center.
Right.
All right.
So I can search anywhere on the board.
New rules.
Right.
They're everywhere. During setup, take all the Hollow Men gather cards and place them into the infection discard pile. So
Okay.
they will start there at all times.
Oh, okay.
This goes
Right.
into area 16 in the
Uh,
board and underneath the infection discard pile.
Do it perfectly, or else everyone will ridicule you on the internet.
For sure.
Yes.
Who wants to be my 300th Instagram follower? Panic Game said. Sorry, Paul. No one replied.
Oh, sorry.
We don't.
Congrats on getting 299. That's.
Yeah.
I'm awful at Instagram. So
I don't
we have
actually
like
have
100
an Instagram
followers.
account, so
Pretty sure we're already following you. Otherwise, I'd make down the 300 follower.
We don't Instagram.
movement actions. Cornered. Your character gets exposed when your pawn leaves a location containing one or more Hollow Men figures.
Leaving.
Leaving a location with one or more Hollow Men figures,
Great.
you get exposed.
All right. So how do we kill them?
Hold.
Throw a supply cube on them.
I'm melting. Oh wait. Hollow Men gather.
It crushes them.
If you draw a Hollow Man gather card, keep drawing until you draw an infection card with the city on it, discarding any other Hollow Man gathered cards drawn. Add exactly one Hollow Man figure to the first infection card with the city on it you draw. You do not remove a supply cube or add a plague cube to that city. If the city already had 3 Hollow Man figures, do not place a 4th. Instead, immediately reduce the population of that city by 1.
Immediately.
immediately.
When you put them in there, you
Fourth.
If
Oh,
a
no.
fourth,
if
like
you're
you know, like
making
if they
that
would
fourth.
infect or break out.
Meh. That's fine. There's not that many of them.
They just went around killing people in the
Yeah.
Halloween gather cards do not count toward the number of infection cards you must draw during the infect step of your turn.
Yep.
In the rare event that you draw a Halloween gather card during step 2 of an epidemic, discard the card without effect and continue to step 3.
Get out of here, Paul. Yes, I am.
So pretty much, what's gonna suck is if one of these end up at the top of a deck, and then we just continue to feed it the whole entire time.
That's how it ends up every time. Because it says they start the game in the discard pile.
They start in the discard pile?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So once the first
No.
epidemic comes, they're
Yeah,
in.
that's bad.
Do you guys have any
See that, Paul? I am following you.
Hold on
Following
one second.
Panic Games. Get out of here.
You, but just down the back.
During the game end steps, after we do the plague cubes, decreasing population and whatever else, right? If the location has one or more Halloween figures in it, reduce its population by 1. If the location has both plague cubes and Halloween, it's still only reduced by 1.
Thank god.
And then this goes on area 15 at the bottom of the board.
That's Hollow Man.
Wait, what was that? What did I just miss?
If a location, okay, at the end, you know when we do the thing where we look at for plague cubes or not plague cubes on a
Yeah.
thing and do all that, right? After we've done all the adjusting for city for that, then we will do if a location has one or more Halloween figures in it, reduces population by 1. If it has both plague cubes and Halloween, it's only reduced by
Okay.
1. And then after that, we'll do the city supply. So realistically, currently, a supply center still saves the
Counteracts
city
those.
both of those things.
Man,
So-
you could have TLDR'd that.
Hey, Zach. Thanks.
I didn't. I just read it when I read it to you guys for the first time as well. So
Appreciate you
I meant the second time for Joe.
subscribing to us.
If a location has one or more Hollow Man figures or plague cubes in it, reduces its population by only 1 during step 1 of the game end.
Oh my god. Are you reading it again?
yes,
Read the TLDR for Josh as you requested it.
Not really.
Got it.
What if it has an infection cube on it?
Hey, Poseidon.
Did you say what if
Welcome.
it has an infection cube on it?
Hmm?
I fucking hate you. You're so.
See, TLDR. Didn't get it.
Yo, 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 yo.
So I spent one action to grab,
Eventually, Josh
Sec-
will learn how to play KDM.
second action
Never.
to recon.
Wait, you took a card from Steve for your first action.
Yep.
Second, okay.
Second action, I'm recon.
Yes, okay.
Third action now.
Fix Baghdad.
Not worth it.
Put a cube in Cairo. So Steve can leave.
Yeah, give me 2 cubes,
Okay.
because I can make...
Are you dropping them both there? No, it's pointless to put both of them in Cairo.
Or should I just steal from Joe for free?
It's up to you, man.
What do you do with your other action?
Move somewhere, like to the center of the board, to deal with other stuff that's going to happen. This is a bad area.
it's true. We need to keep it from going crazy over there.
I have a feeling that epidemic's coming very soon too.
You can move into Paris.
Frankfurt is
Magically.
obviously a place that we need to get
Can't do that on my turn.
You can move to Frankfurt.
Yeah,
supply center.
but then it doesn't help me. I'm going to take 1 from Joe for free. Is dropping free?
No,
Nope.
that's your third.
Should I take 2 from Joe and just hold on to 1?
Wow, rude. Right? You can take it any time, so and it's free. So don't.
Yeah, but on my turn.
Would it help you not on your turn?
Well, then I'm thinking I can give it
Yes.
to somebody else. Like I can take 1 and give 1.
So you were gonna take your thing on your turn then, or you're gonna do that? Is that what you're?
What
doing?
color are you, Matt?
Anyone can use it. I am white.
Okay.
Josh will dance if he wants to.
It wouldn't be the worst idea to give her scout. Because with runner, you can move here. I can go directly to Baghdad, and then I can search Baghdad.
I have no problem with it, and that can be used outside of your turn, so you could do it all right now while you're waiting.
It makes more sense because you have 2 abilities as well, just
To
from
keep
what
those
we've
personal
spent.
alive. Yeah.
But
Versus if someone's getting replaced, it will be
In
Steve's character out of anyone.
Steve's isn't.
I'm gonna take it for free.
awful
Drop
either.
there. I think I'm gonna go to Istanbul, just so that I'm one closer. So in the future I can.
Inching closer to Istanbul.
Well, I would also say this, that if I did the same thing, I
Me too.
literally could move one space
Yeah.
and do the same thing. It would be the
Doubles
same
of
number
everything,
actions.
man.
I have the other Jacksonville,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Currently.
Josh, why you keep
I'm
trying
not saying
epidemics?
we have to. I'm just saying, you know. Come on, give us something good.
Istanbul. Remove them all.
Istanbul.
Oh no, Josh, you
Not
just went there.
Constantinople.
Yep. That's where I get scarred.
Nah, not
It's just
necessarily.
exposure.
It's just exposure, not a scar.
Should I
not a
separate
prescription.
all those so they're not all in one?
It would probably be a
We're
good
all a
idea.
little quiet.
Come on, Joe.
Just turn your main up, man. The main's all the way up, unfortunately. Turn these up.
I think it's because
There
we're
we
using a
go.
laptop also, so it's probably not the best.
Yeah, we're getting a new computer in the next week or so, so hopefully.
Used computer, not new. New to us. Makes a difference.
It's essentially new. Well, I gotta get Windows 10 to install on it, though.
I have Windows 10.
Oh, biscuit. Well, I need a key, though.
Can you say that again, but say you have some popsicles?
You
on the
don't
side?
have to have a key.
Popsicle
You
down
can
the
you can
shower.
have Windows 10.
On multiple devices?
You can have Windows 10 for free. It will just have the watermark, and you won't be able to change your background.
The watermark.
Saying that you need to activate Windows 10. You can use Windows 10.
That's a watermark.
That's what it's called.
It's a heck of a watermark.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you, Josh, but it is a heck of a watermark.
It's
It also shows up on all the streams going forward.
That's the other part, right? Is that if that was
It probably won't because it'd be covered, but that's not the point.
doesn't matter. It's legal. You can have Windows
No,
installed.
it just looks ganky. Yeah, you know,
Who cares?
the people who we're streaming they care.
Joe, if you change it and you make this a video, that means halfway through the video it's going to change where we're just suddenly Valkyrie.
it won't let me change it above 100%, so at least while we're streaming, probably for that reason.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I turned it up a little bit on the mixer. Hopefully it's a little better. Yeah. And thank you, Paul. Yes, yay, new to you computer. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no. For
It's
sure.
actually not. It's my old computer that I'm Frankensteining into the streaming computer for the
It's like
basement,
a-
so
10 years old? 9 years old?
it's old. That's all we need to say. It's not that old though. The motherboard processor not 10 years old.
Did you build it when I lived here?
No.
Before or after?
I don't know. I don't remember. We went to Micro Center. It was after.
You've had. Oh, you got that after you built here, because I got my my new SSD that time.
Yeah.
My
I think
old computer.
I worked.
We all went to Micro Center. Remember?
Yeah, we did.
Uh-huh.
I think I was at my current job, which I've only been at for like 5.5 years. So
This was back at my old job, so it had to be the beginning of that job.
probably. It was.
So-
I think
so-
it was shortly after I left my
So
last
it was
job.
about
so,
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ready?
But I got a new video card since then,
Yeah.
so I have.
Steady.
Holloman, gather.
Flip
Where are
three.
they gathering?
Flip again.
Yes, that's good. That doesn't matter. We only add one no matter
What's
what.
funny is I separated them all.
You sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Compounded.
No.
I didn't read the rules.
Oh, nice work, Josh.
I literally put them into 3 different
okay.
parts of the
That's
deck.
smart.
So 3 Holloman gather.
That's amazing.
Paris.
Paris, gone.
Nope, it doesn't. You don't add
I
a
know.
cube. It says
I know.
you
Yeah,
just add the Hollow Man.
So there's
They
one.
saved Paris for us.
Yep. And then what else?
Denver.
And then
No, not Denver.
Steve's one.
So
Can't do anything to them.
No, you can. You've got. If we're gonna do something to them, we need to. I mean, this we could do something because all we have to do is go here and.
I meant we
draw
can't do anything to these hollow men. It's going to reduce it by 1 no matter what. It's like an infection cube.
Yeah, and if we go into the spot, then we risk.
And when you leave, you get exposure.
Yeah.
Just don't leave.
We'll stay
Correct.
there forever.
if you leave, how? If Steve
Just
pulls
said
you
no,
out?
No, if you leave. Yeah.
If you leave.
Yeah, that's what it says.
All right.
So that's the problem is you're correct. Once you go in, you can't really come back out.
That's right, Paul. We use what we
Or
got.
you risk being hurt. Is what it
Or
comes
you
down
die off.
Okay, so I can put a cube on Istanbul and 2 cubes on Frankfurt, but that is my entire turn, and I would be stuck in Frankfurt. Could you rescue me
That's interesting. So it kind of makes you,
on your turn?
forces
to.
you.
I should be able to.
like once per round to go in there and just dump a bunch of cubes on that spot and then not have to deal with it for the rest of the game potentially.
What like Paris or whatever?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if you were to go in there to take an exposure, you would want to dump like 6 cubes on it.
Or you just let the city go to crap.
Well, then the problem is then you get if it
Yeah,
because
if it keeps coming up, yeah.
you're drawing it, it's going to become infected and then it becomes then it spreads.
I'm pretty sure that there's stuff that it would let us from a distance add a cube to a thing. Like I know
That
that
can.
there are,
Or no, there was a thinking where
yeah,
there was
there's
one
one of the rationed events lets you do that.
one of the cards allows you to drop cubes adjacent.
Yeah.
That's not an upgrade though. Like character.
Right. It's a rationed event. It's the ones that you add if you're losing enough, but if you're not losing too much. Then
Are you stuck there?
Yep. That's my turn though.
That's
So,
fine. We'll just get you.
Steve
from
will
some-
save me.
Yeah, I'll get you out of there.
Ooh, ration event. Take up to 6 supply cubes from the reserve and add them to a location containing a player pawn. Who wants to go to Paris and New York? 2 cards, please, Josh.
Frankfurt.
Woo!
Moscow.
Which is fine.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, what character do you want to spin?
You'll fight over it. I'm not scarred.
Yeah.
Yet.
I'm not fighting. I'm trying to think logically which one makes more sense.
I thought we already logically chose eel.
It's fine either way. Realistically, I mean, again, if the sole goal is to get that card and do that thing in Baghdad, really either one of us can do it. If it long term makes better sense to add whatever to you to continue to do it, then I don't see why not doing it.
I think
However,
long-term, it makes more sense with runner because I can go anywhere on the board by discarding a card from a haven.
Can you show me the other character? The other person we have?
So probably this guy. And,
I just want to see what
Okay.
she does.
Sure.
what he does,
okay.
Do it to it,
What
Lars.
I
Is
thought
that
we had
no, it's not an
another
action, is
one.
it?
no,
No.
Okay.
Take them from the stockpile instead of the reserve, or the reserve instead of stockpile.
yeah,
Rip it up.
it's nice.
You don't like
but
that
it's-
noise?
Oh yeah, rip it up, Matt. Oh yeah, Matt, rip it up. Did you want me to paint that crown? From the Hall of the Mountain King?
You good?
Did Zach want me to paint his mini or no?
Yes, he just needs to buy metal primer.
Okay. I have Rust-Oleum, but I
He
think it's
he,
plastic
he
primer.
he has a paint scheme he would like you to follow.
Oh jeez. All right.
So he wants the character painted a certain way.
Sounds
He
like
tr-
a commission.
He asked how much he would charge, and I said I don't think you've ever done one before. And he's like, oh really? He seemed surprised by that.
I've never I've never done a commission. Obvious.
Okay, do you want me to do Baghdad this turn?
But he said he
Sure.
watched like your tutorial and whatnot, and he was
Perfect.
like, I just don't think I have the skills to do it. Do you think
I
Joe would
think
do
the
it for me?
symbol of the Cairo, if you don't need one of those,
Yeah.
because we already did
As long
the
as he
one
gives me,
part of the black,
I can make it look
you
like
know.
whatever.
Well,
That's how
I
I
guess
paint
we're
like
gonna put out another.
all
we're
these
gonna put
Nickelodeon
a,
Splat Tech
what you
figures and
call
stuff.
out
Is I look
there.
at their card and I just paint it
Yeah.
following what their card is.
I mean,
That's what I
Let's
said.
go
I was like,
Splat
you would just have to give
Yeah,
Joe like, I
so
want his
sort of
pants
black
to be this
ones.
color, his shirt this
Yeah.
color, his bandolier this color, or whatever. You know what I mean?
1, 2,
Really, you're wasting your turn to do that.
Shh, no waste. We gotta get 2 searches to
Most
win.
of them have been really good.
So dumb.
3, I'm gonna search.
Yeah, till you freaking search the rats.
I do. I have a whole pocket full of them.
It's good till you search the rats.
Penny or weird looking quarter thing.
This is 1959, but I don't think that's right.
You seriously couldn't went and fixed something else?
Nope.
We don't need to
Okay.
fix anything. Everything's fine.
Okay.
Except
Actually, I think they're
Santiago.
good for the most part.
It's got rats already,
It's
anyways.
literally never gonna come up.
Never. Bombs over Baghdad. Ah.
Wow.
Do you want this foil? Because it's
No,
foilable.
please. Put it. We need to get a
1990.
vacuum to go with this game. Whenever someone. a little
Just
handheld
do it.
one.
Just clean it off the table.
Dude, this stuff gets everywhere. I literally was shuffling this deck and it was like falling out. I was like, oh my god, it's just that. Why was it? What does it say? Good stuff?
It's not that great.
Well, it's not bad.
A group of hollow men are here preparing hundreds of cages of rats to be delivered to an unsuspecting city. Gain 2 actions.
That's actually not bad.
I'm not sure how they're related, though, to be honest with you.
So that card just goes
Do you get
away.
to keep that card or you just search it from the discard pile? No, I mean your
Oh, I
ability.
don't get to keep it. Yeah, I just get to search.
Okay.
Clean it off.
There's just so much foil.
Clean it off,
I
Matt.
don't want it anymore.
Go on and clean it off.
It's so bad.
Yeah, it is.
What does that look for, Steve? What did I do?
Useless.
Oh my god.
Take your other 2 actions, Matt.
Okay.
Obviously, get out of Baghdad.
Yep.
That was
I
horrible.
have 3 actions left.
Swipe it all back on his go. You'll never get it off.
I will die.
You have 3 actions?
Yeah,
That card gave him 2 actions.
and I already had 1 left.
Oh, yeah.
Waste of a turn.
Hey.
Some of them have been really good, like adding this.
Yeah, that's true.
And every single game up until that point, I was like, no, don't search. That's stupid. And then I'm like, oh yeah, we should definitely do that.
And then I got rats.
What's funny is if you didn't, we would have opened rats this round because we would have opened 14 and F, which was the rats.
Yeah, that was what. Yeah.
Oh,
Four
really?
here, yeah,
Yeah.
because the rats are on the board. So you just happen to open it 1 game early.
Yeah.
So
I don't think
That's-
anything I really need to do.
Right, Paul? It is a crazy day for Kickstarters today.
places need.
Well, Baghdad's part of the city, so it's part of the thing.
Is
yeah,
it?
but no.
It's not. Oh no,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
it's
in
in the
the
game. Okay,
yeah,
so that
it's-
doesn't matter.
So
Wait.
I mean, only 1 cube. Only 1 cube. Let's start putting cubes on places that only have 1 cubes, man. Let's start building back up.
Okay, 1, 2.
What
Don't you get to
Kickstarter-
make and keep 1?
Well, yeah, but I only make 1.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Make-
Make in
wanna make it
place.
deliver.
Make in place is
1,
what he
2,
does.
3.
Gotcha.
What Kickstarters are you looking at, Paul?
What all came out today besides the Dark Tower?
So,
Dark Tower. There was a vampire one from Ares Games
Cisco.
that looked really good. Oath. Hey.
Hey,
That's
you
pretty
could
It's a lot
go.
of searches, but we needed to. Do you get to keep the card if you do a search?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't need. What we need to do is
It,
go.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Build
You
the
can search from
supplies.
the discard pile.
Yeah, so I can use it and do
Yeah.
it later.
Going here and building a supply center would both fill this, which we have to fill, and would also protect this from going down population.
Yeah.
And you now have enough cards to do that.
Boom.
Am I good to flip?
Yep.
Denver. Yeah, Denver's bad.
Boom.
Pagoda.
It's fine.
I don't see the problem.
All right.
So Pagoda flips again. This next one.
Steve's
'cause there's
turn.
2 in here.
Steve's gonna save the day. He can leave Cairo because Josh put a cube there.
You're welcome.
Sure can. Huh.
Oath
Let's
looks really good.
see.
I saw Steve back Return of the Dark Tower. I wish I could back Foundations of Rome. Well, that sounds like a Josh game.
Yeah, that looked.
How does
Good.
that
Sounds
sound
like
like
a
a
Josh
Josh
game.
game? Josh Davis?
No. It sounds
Does it
like
have a boring white
sounds,
person
it
on
sounds
it?
like it's a remake, a deluxeified edition of something.
If it's deluxeified, I'm down.
Oath looks really good. It's from Leader Games, who made Rut.
Yeah. Is it like a campaign game with 6 minifigures?
No, it's not a campaign game. It's a legacy game, but it's not a legacy game. When you play it, you save whatever happened at the end of the game, and the next time you open up and play it, that
Joe, where do you want
affects
to be?
that game. I don't care anywhere on the board's fine. Wherever is best for you. I mean, yeah, I have nothing good really to like.
But you only need 3 to do the
Sao
thing.
Paulo.
Joe, you only need 3 to do your thing, though. And
Right,
he
I know.
has
I have 2
Oh,
yellows.
2. I mean,
Oh
he,
yeah,
he
so I
can
guess
give
we
you
can get to a yellow place.
he can give you a
me
yellow
one.
and a blue.
That's not
really.
Sao Paulo, I guess. Because Sao Paulo already has one. Well, it doesn't matter. Any yellow works for me, right? So.
Right.
We have to be in that city to trade the card.
Right.
Right,
I'm
but-
just saying I don't care what city he puts me in, or what card he gives me. I can build a yellow anywhere.
I can
Let's
ride
see
a bike
if
with no
we-
handlebars.
If you can take me to Sao Paulo, I can play another produce supplies and put 7 more cubes back out on the board,
It's very nice.
and then pick a bunch of them up.
All right, so I'm gonna go 1 to there.
Okay.
Is you right?
Yeah. No, I'm brown.
No, you're brown.
I'm in Frankfurt.
Yeah, that's right. Yep. 2.
Oh, Josh, Emerson Masucci designed it. Foundations
That's
of Rome.
nice. Yeah. Yeah, I like several of his games.
hmm
I outside of the Century stuff.
Check out Oath. It looks cool, but it's like $90.
You can get it.
I saved it. The vampire one honestly looks good too, and it's only like $50. It's a co-op
You know, in the Dark Tower game, I see all those little skulls that they have. I'm like, man, those are gonna get lost or broken for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because they like spit out of the tower.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have not looked
Yep.
at it yet.
Yep.
So.
Oh, just watch the video.
I looked at the price and I was like, oh.
And again, that's all prototype stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's like we'll see. They drop out of the tower is what happens. Because what happens is there's a bunch of windows on the side, and over the course of the game, you'll remove those windows every so often. The app will tell you to remove some of the windows. So as you're dropping the skulls in, they could come out into stuff that's already open, or they may not. But when
Okay.
you open up one of those windows, they could. Also, the insides of the tower spin at random every so often during the course of play. So when those do their spin,
It could spin certain areas because it could go up and down.
Then line up with one of the windows, and then the stuff come out as well, like the skulls come out.
And I think it matters where the skulls land. Like you have to let them roll.
Yeah, you have to put
Really
it like
wanting it now.
the board is sectioned into kingdoms
looks cool. I just
around.
don't like how
So
it
where it
doesn't have
falls
like
out, then it's
Yeah.
going there.
So I think this game, Joe, is like remembering what happened in the last game because it's like remembering history
Yes.
before it's forgotten.
They say you play like empires or something like that, and if your empire falls, the next game starts, and that empire's fallen, and you have to play along that or something like that.
$90.
It's interesting sounding. Yeah.
But it includes the upgraded pack of metal coins and
Yeah.
resin magic, and a chronicle journal.
Yeah.
I gotta get my painting on.
Painting.
Yeah, they got me a big ass army painter set.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So you're gonna paint
What
your
other
guy?
game?
Gokash? Yeah, you should.
Shadows of Brimstone he's also got.
What other game was he talking about?
Foundations of Rome.
Yes.
Ooh, this does look like me game.
See? I didn't even. Just the name of it sounds
Okay,
like a.
so here's the problem, Joe. We have to be in Bogota to trade Bogota. And
Yeah.
the problem is I can get to Bogota, that'd be where I
Well,
can get
just
to.
give me Sao Paulo.
Oh, just give you that? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Alright,
I'll make. I'll go to Bogota and make there or something like that. That way we have.
Ooh, it's by
we only have
Arcade
2
Wonders
cubes.
too.
Because I'll make it.
Ooh,
And that'll be the
they're doing a
last thing I do.
Kickstarter now. Alright.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Oh, it's already.
I think it's still good.
Oh, this
But
looks-
And Epidemic.
I don't
It's been
know.
a while, so that's not.
It really hasn't been that long.
Oh, never mind.
See, it's been 3 of those.
London.
Expands the game to 5 players.
Is falling down.
Monuments, all
Yeah,
new
I
epic
think
buildings.
Colorado would be good at this point.
No.
If we can do any more permanents, I can't remember who right now.
We're out of permanents.
We're out of permanence. Unless we get a new one.
$159. Adds all the expansions, the monument expansion, the 5-player expansion, and metal coins.
Oh,
I'll say you don't need a 5-player.
Yeah, so it's either $100 for the regular
Oh, no,
one.
We have 2 more. We have 2 more permanent ones
we?
that we
Okay.
can add.
Oh, really?
But
we must have got
but
those.
we need to be aware. We can't just put them
Okay,
all over
3.
here. We need to have something over there.
Paris.
Okay,
Paris.
Paris is infected.
Yep, drop an
With a Pinay
infection.
Cube.
And raise that up.
That's fine.
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt's fine. It's fine.
Denver.
Denver's
Bye-bye,
not-
Denver.
Bye-bye. Yep, that's bad. That's an incident.
It's not pretty.
Whose turn is it? Mine.
Cheers.
Cool.
Do it, Lars.
Do what?
Save the world. Marty Jannetty demands it.
Yeah, save the world, Josh. And still steal 2 from Steve. If that's helpful.
It is, actually.
I will probably make a supply center in Frankfurt. Seems like that would make the most sense.
We're going to end up losing because we're not capping off all these cities, though.
Well, we'll have 2 supply centers soon.
It's not about supply centers, man. It's about dropping
That's the
cubes.
mandatory objective. Is
I
supply
realize
centers.
that, but
And
then we just need to
supply
search-
centers actually stop us from losing the population. So that's the other side of it.
And then we.
Search cards.
Right, but you.
So even if I use them, I just have to get to Atlanta or San Francisco, and then I can do a search.
Right, from the discard pile.
Yep.
I don't know what to do.
And then we need to build one more.
I mean,
I
I
just
could,
need
I could,
blue.
I could save Frankfurt
Well, do I have to discard down, or is that the end of my turn? I discard down.
at the end of your turn.
At the end of your turn.
You gave me a card, so I'm at 8 now. That's why.
You might have to do that immediately. I think that might be immediate.
Probably the C for San Francisco. Seems like it might be the most useful.
Yeah.
Okay, where do I go? What do you want me to do? I think I'm
Wait a
gonna go free. 1,
minute.
2,
Can you
3.
discard a card to fly somewhere else? You don't have any other cubes though, so it's kind of pointless.
Correct. Do I make and just hold on to one? Give
Yeah,
you
have to
one?
get rid of it right away.
Yeah, okay. I'll discard one.
Do I make and give it to you, Joe? Or do I make and drop it in Istanbul? To protect myself. Well, I can't drop it.
No, you can't. Yeah.
So I can make and give it to you, so then you start with a cube. Does that help you? Because you need cubes to turn in.
I was gonna do this.
Which gives you lots of cubes as options.
And picking up's free. One pick up. No, that would help me. I could put one on Pagoda.
So
I wouldn't do this then, unless you guys would prefer have me do that. I could either do this and move.
do
to
this with
Pagoda
what? A
and
check mark or just the 7?
I
Just
do
the
it.
7 on Pagoda.
I would do the whole check mark. That way we put a bunch of. We need the cubes out on the board for people to get. They're free to get. We can
Yeah.
put some here. I mean, we can literally kind of seed around the board. and make
Where
it a
are
little
you
bit
at?
easier.
Are you on
I'm
Triple
I'm in South. Oh yeah. I mean, I can do that. That's fine.
I'm
Okay.
just saying. I mean, I.
Then
I
I'm
think
just
that's
gonna
as
move there
useful.
then.
Okay.
Right,
Because
because then you'd
then
be
that's
set up
safe.
next turn. You'd be
Yeah.
have it. You'd have it. What one's that one?
5, 6, 7. When doing the make supplies action, discard this card to put 3 more supply cubes onto your character card.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be nice if I was making supply cubes, because then I could get 5.
Yeah.
Paul said the foundations of Rome box looks like the size of a calyx square.
Yes. Hollow. London.
On London.
Oh my god. Oh, that makes sense. They're spreading.
So that's 1. Hollow.
Oh god. Please.
Hollow.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
Moscow. That sucks.
That does suck.
It's going to drop to a 0.
Hey guys.
Yep. All right, one more card still, right?
Pagoda. Bye-bye, Pagoda.
There's an incident.
Not well, yeah. Again, unless we can put a supply center in that one and risk the exposure. That's the only way we can
So I'm
do it.
2 away.
I feel like the 5th player...
Can you pull me out again?
Yeah.
All right.
So
I have an idea.
no, hold on.
What?
It'll be my whole action to put one in there. I would like Steve to pull me out
I can take the scar or the thing then.
because I 1, 2, 3, and I make it.
Right.
I don't have any other quicker way to get there. If you want it in Frankfurt.
Right.
Wow, that's a jerk move. So if you do just the $99 one, does not include any unlocked stretch goals. So they're making you buy the...
Yeah, even if I did it in Denver, which is also blue, that would still be 4. Well, unless I discard a card, I could do 1, 2.
If you pay $1,000, you get...
If I discard Istanbul, I can do it actually.
You pay $1,000,
You won't have to move me.
Joe, and
Okay.
then Werner Piper will paint all your
1.
miniatures
Two.
for you.
That'd be pretty awesome. That'd be super awesome.
Fudge. That doesn't work.
How much was it though?
1,000.
1, 2. Wait.
So it goes from $150 to $1,000, and they're all hand painted by somebody.
Well, you're clearly gonna make a supply center.
So what's the matter, Joe?
Picking up's free.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do this. I'm gonna use this card. Put 6 cubes in a location where there's a player pawn.
Okay.
For free action.
Yep.
I'm gonna take 2.
So you can take as many as you want for free.
Take 3. I'll leave 3 for you.
Sure.
I'm gonna go 1, 2. I'm going to spend 2 cubes and 3 cards to build a thing there. That's my 3rd action. 4th action, I'm going to use a check mark.
Yep.
Okay.
I might back this.
I'm going to put 2 here. Ha ha! What else do we want?
What?
Some.
Then what? Yeah.
It reminds me of New York 1901, Joe, where you're building the city, and they're like polyominoes.
Okay.
I guess
So-
other Lagos.
Has Lagos been getting hit?
How do I,
It might not have killed.
How do I save this?
Yeah, that's true. Chicago has been hit.
Yeah.
how do I,
I could put the
put
rest
more
on
here.
Josh and Steve. Yeah, I'll put.
put
Yeah,
that-
there we go.
Put one there. Put another one on you.
I can't. It's till its limit. So
Oh,
two's
yeah,
the
yeah,
max
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Oh crap! I can't put. Yeah, Cairo's only 2 too.
Chicago's
6.
okay.
This.
I
can
mean,
put 2 more
Denver.
on you,
I mean,
Steve.
Denver needs some.
Yeah,
I can't put him on Denver. This is only at supply centers and havens.
The thing that he's
I
doing.
no, I'm saying you could put them in Chicago, so then we can get them to
put 5
Denver
in Chicago.
easier.
Okay.
Because all these areas are going bad, so having a bunch over there is gonna be helpful.
Yeah. Okay.
But having a bunch over here is gonna be helpful, but we can't.
Nope. Sure can't. That was
You
my
could
turn.
Put, you could put 3 there.
They could go there. Would be the thing. They could be on this.
Yeah, we could put 3 there, but.
Right.
Okay. Hopefully that's okay.
I think that's fine.
Cairo and blue. Yes! Frankfurt.
Wow,
'Cause that means
Steve.
The force is with you.
I can make the blue. Yeah, so we're.
The force
Oh,
is
yeah, we
totally
really
with
don't
you.
want.
We'll have to wait till my turn to read searches.
Right.
If we make it there,
3.
Denver.
You're a good guy, Paul. He'll play with you, Josh, if you back him.
Paris.
Ouch.
Infection again.
Yep.
Like I said, if
Nope,
you make...
nope, a cube comes off. Paris has cubes.
Yeah, get,
No, Paris doesn't.
Oh, that's
because
Frankfurt.
it's
Whoops, I'm sorry.
New York.
New York, New York. All right.
Sucky thing is we have to go in and you're just going to take damage or we're just going to lose this.
Or stay there. Right.
Is Paris blue?
Yeah.
But if you start your turn in infection, you get exposed also.
Right.
So it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your turn.
You have to get
may
in
as well get out and take the one then.
Yeah,
rather than
it's almost
stay
it's almost
and
like
take
it's
multiple.
almost like you have to get in there and stay in there.
I'll take care of that.
till-
you get up and get.
you know what
get
I
up
mean?
To there, and then we'll go from there.
Well, do you want the supply center in Frankfurt, Paris, or Denver?
Frankfurt.
What's Denver at? 2?
Yeah, but it doesn't
Frankfurt's
change
at 2.
Yeah.
I was just making sure they're all at 2. None of them are at 1. Moscow, please.
I would like
Yeah,
Moscow.
would
would
be
be
where
Well,
I'd
actually,
really
that's
like
not
it
a-
to be, but you can't.
It's
That's
black.
Oh, they do lower it, don't they? Don't. Yeah.
Yep, they lower them.
If it doesn't make a difference to you guys, I would prefer Denver, because then I can go boop boop San Francisco and get our last search next turn if we make it that far.
It doesn't matter to me. Might as well do Denver then.
I feel like
It's the same amount of turns. For
Frankfurt
Right.
makes more sense because we can make it a permanent.
the other thing about Frankfurt.
True.
Even if we didn't make it a permanent, and I don't know that that's. A
Or
good
we
idea to
wait
make it
because
permanent.
I would
Yeah.
make one of those a permanent
what
later.
What I was saying about that is that if that goes down, we know we're losing a population here. We're potentially losing population here. We also lose population here and here.
And Moscow
It
goes
seems
to
like it
zero.
would be nice to save one of those cities.
Sure.
But I get what you're saying. I'm good with either one.
No, it'll still be fine, because if I do Frankfurt and then use the last movement to move to Istanbul, I'll do 1, 2, 3, and surge in the game.
Wait. Why would you move to Istanbul?
Because I don't want to end my turn in Frankfurt.
Just move.
He's
From
going-
Frankfurt to Chicago. You'll have a supply center.
I'm not staying in Frankfurt.
There will be a supply
1, 2
center.
build,
It's-
and then supply center away. Because you're at
Oh,
a supply
yeah.
center then,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So you can go just right to Chicago.
Either way,
Yeah.
I'm moving to Cairo for 1. I'm discarding Istanbul.
Thank you, Paul. That'll be good because then it could be me, you, Joe, and a fourth. Probably not Steve. It'll probably be Jay.
All right, and then you have 1 more action left, right?
Yeah.
So you can just move to Chicago. Because you need to search Atlanta
I
or
have to move, so.
San Francisco.
Do we start our new campaign next week?
If you guys want to. It's not the last week of January
You
yet,
should
but it would be
pick
the
up
3rd
2
week.
cubes.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be the first week, second week, third week.
This is technically the 3rd week
Worst
of
case scenario,
January.
he has
so-
something
Is
to have
it?
from you. Best case scenario, you have them already, and you're
Second
depending on
Tuesday? It is-
'cause if I-
No,
it's
this
only
is
the
second
second, yeah.
Tuesday, so it would be the third Tuesday, and
Yeah.
there's a fourth Tuesday. So
Yeah.
Probably,
I think we do the new campaign.
Yeah, okay. Epidemic?
yeah, that's probably
Perfect.
pretty close.
Alright, Josh, what we got?
Instable. Did I call it?
It's Istanbul!
Yep.
What the heck, man?
Istanbul. Istanbul.
I had a feeling. I knew
I
it.
got it. Like, he's like Black Eyed Peas.
Yes.
This one seems so much harder than the first season.
Come on, Sao Paulo. It's just gonna be Sao Paulo 5 times.
Nope. What's gonna happen is we're gonna pull a Hollow Man,
Well,
and
the
it's gonna go to
difference is you
Istanbul,
start in a position of
and then
craftiness,
all of these are gonna
and
be
then
down
they're
to ones
exploring
and
out in
zeros.
this, where in the other you had the whole world, and you're
Yep.
just trying to slow things down.
Okay, let's
You
do
were-
it.
Frankfurt.
It's fine.
Is it all the way up here? This one?
Sao Paulo
Yeah.
won't even come up.
I
Bogota.
know. Pagoda. Oh, it's fine. Who's in Pagoda? Me? Yeah, good.
Yeah, we know some
Denver.
Denver.
Denver's not great.
No.
That's
That's
it.
it?
Yep.
Okay.
Darn. My
We just need to fix
prediction.
Denver.
My prediction didn't go.
So the game will end on my turn. So even if you end up,
Why would it end on your turn? More than likely.
Because he can do the other spy center, and then I'll do the last turn.
I do need to get the blue to do that.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm. Because I have to build on a blue.
You mean if it gets back around to you,
Yes.
we're winning. Okay.
Yes.
So Steve could move me to Chicago with Matt.
Whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
Steve's
Okay.
turn.
Just started my turn.
Mhm.
Because then I can grab a cube for free and do it. I can build in Denver so it doesn't...
Paul, how about you back it and just give
Where-
it to me
where
for
are
my
you at,
birthday?
Joe?
I'm here?
Right. So you want to go to Chicago?
Yeah, because then I'm in blue. Unless you want me to build another one over there, or
No.
it's...
I didn't
Yeah.
even. When does it come out?
No, so there's
That game
one.
I didn't even
Never.
look. Probably next year. I'll look later.
I have to look at Return of the Dark Tower still. God, I'm tempted now. It's a lot of money. It's a Gen Con
Do the
ticket.
125.
That's a lot of money. It's a Gen Con ticket.
Your Gen Con ticket's covered.
Maybe. Well, nothing's ever set in stone.
It has been for the last few years.
Not on New York, but I might be wrong.
No, New York's been emptied off.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Bibs emptied off last time.
Was Jacksonville also empty?
I don't.
Jacksonville's been empty for a while, I think.
They bumped a bunch of cubes around.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Oh, Josh did.
Yeah.
No.
What will Steve fix?
False. False statement. There was something about we have to do something by August. That's all I remember in that sheet.
Something with this.
It was something about getting.
Steve, you might as well take one more from here, right? Or can you not hold that many?
It was something
I
about
don't-
getting radio
'Cause Sao
equipment.
Paulo's not in the deck, so.
Something about radio equipment. So I'm assuming that most of these are gonna have searches, which will give us like items or something.
Yeah. Which means we need to actually make connections.
So what
Correct.
is definitely in that top part? Istanbul is one, right? Because we just added
Yeah.
that in as one. What else?
Well, Pagoda we drew already.
Paris has come up a bunch, and you could put one in Paris.
Yeah, but if he leaves or goes in, he's
If you
getting.
won't, the game will end before his turn.
Yeah. Because it's going to end on Matt's turn.
Yes, but if he goes in there,
No, if you leave. If he starts his turn,
It's right in
he
front
gets
of
a
me. It literally
scar.
says if you leave.
If you leave a place with a hollow
Or
man, you
start
get an
your turn.
exposure, or start your turn with a plague cube, you get exposure.
so you're banking on either that we lose out
We
or.
have all the tools we need, except for he needs one more cube.
Right.
Okay.
Which you could take from Steve and give it to me.
Mhm.
But or I can just grab one from Chicago because there's like 5 there.
Mhm. Okay.
So
Yeah, Steve, go
Well, what I'm
save.
trying to decide is where to go to stop things from negatively happening. So I'm assuming I should probably put one in Istanbul at least, and then one in Paris.
Can you do both?
no.
No.
When it's a little luck, right? They both come up, so it's whatever one we want to do.
And I mean we do have the hollow man in there too that could end up putting the hollow man instead of a
So,
cube.
2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Oh, hold.
What's this? One quiet night?
One quiet night. So do we do it now?
I think we do, and let Josh get a chance to get to Paris or something, or Denver.
Okay.
Well, I'll be in Denver. Well, if either of them come up, we lose, right?
Mhm.
Unless it's a hollow man instead of a. If Denver comes up though, it spreads to
Correct.
Chicago.
No, it doesn't outbreak.
Yes, it
Yeah, they
does. Yes, it
No,
does.
It takes the cube off.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
take
that's
the cube
right.
off, yeah.
Okay. Which means we wouldn't have an incident. Or because
No,
you
it's
don't
still-
add
You
a
still
it's
counts
still
as an incident.
No, it doesn't.
Not unless
It's
you
only
add a
the
cube.
cubes.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
No, we
Yep.
double checked that last
double
time.
We
checked
did.
it.
And that
Yeah,
was
and then you
as,
said that it wasn't. Yeah.
yeah.
That's why there's 8 cubes.
Yep.
So do I one quiet night now, or wait and do it when
You
it's
might as.
sister?
you
I
might
would
as
do
well
it now.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so one quiet night.
What do y'all want me to do? I'm at a center right now.
You can take those two cubes. They don't need to be there because Cairo's not in the deck and Steve.
I
isn't
mean,
going
me picking
there.
up is 2
Free.
cubes.
It's free.
It's free.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say I could make and make 5.
But-
But that costs an action.
Yep.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
figure out where y'all want me to go.
One.
I would say take the 2.
2. Drop.
Joe needs 1, unless he takes one
Drop
from the
for
other.
2.
But again, do that for free.
Is it free for you to take from other people, or is that an action?
It's free.
It's
Free.
free.
And give, or is it only once per turn?
See,
You
and
can just
I've got
exchange cubes
3.
as free.
It says whenever you do the transfer supplies action, and transfer supplies action is free as many times as you want.
Okay. Well,
And I've got 3.
He could fix Paris, but he can't fix Paris and London.
right. I know. Well, London's at 4, so I'm less worried about London.
Well, regardless, any one more and we lose.
Right.
Mhm. So we're not worried about Denver because Denver won't put one more on the board.
Correct.
So screw Denver. Paris it is.
New York's also in there too.
Correct. So is Jacksonville. So
I feel
is,
like New York's not in there now because we
So is Santiago.
got 2 epidemics really close together.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And
I feel
think the
like
same with
I feel like
Jacksonville
it's
as well.
Paris
Mm-hmm.
Paris is a bad one.
because Jacksonville, Santiago have not come up in a while, so they're gonna be buried. I think.
3.
Yep.
1.
Yep.
2.
Mm-hmm.
3.
4 technically, because each one you drop is 1.
Nope, you drop all of them.
Yep.
Oh.
No point in you keeping those.
You should have taken those from me before and put more down.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, do 3.
Yeah, do 3 just in case 2 pairs come up or something
Okay.
crazy happens.
And then I'll give Joe.
Thanks.
I mean, technically, we have to make it through a couple turns either
Mhm.
way.
Yep.
So,
All done?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Chances are we will lose, but there's a chance we can.
yep.
All right.
So I need to get rid of a card. 2 cards at the end of my turn.
Yep.
I mean, does it really
May as
matter?
well just drop both of those. It's probably not going to matter, and those don't do anything outside of turns or whatever else.
Okay, you guys ready?
Sure.
Paris.
There's one of the ones we needed.
Istanbul.
The one.
Hollow.
Okay, good. So it
That's
doesn't
actually
matter.
Okay, yeah.
Hollow.
That's
Okay,
still
great.
It's
okay.
less than good.
Moscow. You don't add another one.
Yeah, you do.
I thought you didn't.
It's if you
No.
get to
Oh,
3.
if you get
Yeah,
3,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, so that's not bad, I guess, because that's the same places.
Yeah.
There's already one,
Yeah.
so it doesn't get double
No, but
hit.
it's going to suck because it's going to shake that off the board.
Oh yeah, it's going to 0.
All right. I'll move to Denver. I'll build, and I'll
You're
move.
not picking up anything?
I don't need to. Oh wait, yeah, I might as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me
2?
sure, and just put them on Denver. Okay. So pick up for free, move for 1, drop for 2.
I think this one was here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Build for 3.
Okay.
So now there's a supply center there. And for 4, I will go to
So we built 3. We built 3 supply
Lagos.
centers or 2.
That was
That's our
3.
third.
Okay.
Lovely Lagos, please.
Lagos.
I guess. Right?
Sure.
Yeah.
What
right
are you
here.
What are you doing in Lagos for?
Just running away from the. I guess it doesn't matter, but I can't do anything in Denver anyway,
Yeah.
so
So what is Matt doing on his?
he's going
turn?
to
He can't do-
he's going to search and end the game.
Okay.
Is there, before you flip that, is there anywhere that you could have got to, like one of these, adding would have been beneficial?
I have 1 action left,
Well, you could have not dropped in Denver.
but Denver could come up.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, Denver doesn't matter.
Oh right.
So you could do your last 2 to add more to Pagoda, or add more to Frankfurt,
Yeah.
Frankfurt's got 1, right?
and Pagoda
Yes.
has 1.
Okay, yeah. Instead of adding the 2 to Denver, I forgot that it didn't matter. I add the 2 to Pagoda, and I'll go to Pagoda.
Okay.
There we go. Good call, Matt. New York. New York.
London. There's game.
Yep. Dang it. So close.
Denver.
Yep, fine.
That's fine.
Hollow Man. New York.
And there's game 2. No, it's a Hollow Man, yeah.
Nope.
What are we gonna do?
But the game ends immediately.
All right.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Dang
So,
it. Dang it, dang it, Paul.
so we got to
That was
do
really
this.
close.
Then, so now we go forward with losing May, right? All the way?
Yeah?
Yep.
Dang it.
But we get 4 funding.
Yeah.
We need it.
Dang it, man. So close. I don't know. Josh has it.
There's multiple pens. I see them here.
They're not good, though.
This one isn't great either. What's today's date? The 14th?
No, 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 no.
Paul, it's your fault. You rooted against us.
Seriously, Paul.
Okay. Okay. For each location that has at least one plague cube, decrease that location's population by 1. It only ever goes down by 1, even if there are 2 or 3 plague cubes on it. So each of those is going to go down by 1. Then, or if it has a hollow man, it'll
So
go
just
down.
even them out by taking them off.
Right. So those stay the same. Those stay the same. That
But
stays the same.
but we can make it a permanent.
Right. Again, I don't think we're making any of these permanent because of the idea of making. We only have 2 more to do,
Gotcha.
and hoping that they go out there. So
'Kay.
those are those. So now the ones that are left are going to
Go
lose
up
1
one.
population.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So anything
So
with
this
green
one,
on it
this
loses
one,
one.
this one.
Yep.
So this one needs. We need a 3 for there, a 1 for there,
And a 0.
and a 0, and then that 0 is going to actually cause this to go off. This one here.
What do we need a 1?
1 here. 3 here.
Oh shit!
What's up?
We have St. Petersburg in the thing, don't we? And that was not added.
We never discovered it.
We haven't discovered it.
Oh, I thought we actually had it connected.
No, you just moved everything to
Okay,
it.
okay, gotcha. All right. Okay.
So all those can come
Okay.
off also.
So that was that. Okay, so we're gonna do this right away. If there's at least one city with 0 population, open A.
How many epidemics were there again? 8?
8.
Okay.
A,
Yep.
Forsaken Cities.
Second cities.
There's Forsaken
Cities
and
with-
Infested.
City with a population of 0 have the following effects. While in a Forsaken City, you may do only the drive ferry action and may not do any free actions. When you draw an infection card for Forsaken City, for any reason, place it into the game end area, ignoring it completely, and draw a replacement card. Forsaken cities do not count as cities on the grid when determining game end production. You may increase the population of a Forsaken City. The cost to restore it to a population of 1 is 2.
Yep.
Forsaken cities are immediately infested. Open door 50 if you've not done so, and immediately mark
It's
all
already
Forsaken
done.
cities with an infested sticker, which that's that one. Alright.
That's good.
Then we also need 12 open.
It sucks to spend that much, but I would probably put it to a 1 because we have both 2 upgrade stickers on Moscow.
Should have probably put the rat off to the side and not directly on it.
Shh.
Why?
We did it in
Because when you,
Santiago that way.
does it say when you draw center lines to it and whatnot?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and then Forsaken cities.
I'm assuming that goes on
So-
number 12.
Yeah, that goes in area 12 up there, so yep. So,
Rats.
Yeah, literally.
yeah.
How did you know I was rooting for the game? How did we not know that, Paul?
Oh,
Because you're evil, Paul.
Because you're evil.
Alright. Alright. Draw this card and read it. Yeah, so we don't do anything else with the legacy deck at this point.
Hmm.
We do add these to that deck, to Baghdad, and none of the others.
I'll just put these on top like that.
Alright,
Party today.
All right, so then we spend production units. So we get, let's see,
So
cities on
Moscow
the
doesn't
grid.
count.
Right, but we're still
17
at,
to 20, so we get
yeah,
5.
we still 5, and we lost. So we get 5 total.
We can fix Moscow for 2.
I think that's probably worth it.
We can make it a.
We first need to add stickers to these and bump
Yeah, we
these all
do.
up. You
Yep.
never did that.
Yep.
So Cairo becomes a 3.
Yep, so
Yep.
Cairo 3. Chicago a 7.
Good job, Joe.
Good job, Josh, for remembering. Jesus. Lagos a 5, and then down there goes to an 8.
Wow, that's the highest. What happens when we get there?
Nothing. It's funny, this is so thick now. It's like off the board.
Feel Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo's even thicker.
It's a 3D map
No,
now.
that one's for sure deeper.
All right. So, okay, so we have problem cities, right? Hear me out. We have not done this before. What if we just increase a bunch of cities' populations, so they're not at 1, or is that not worth worrying about?
I mean, it might be worthwhile because once those cities become bad, then it costs even more to do. And, you know, it might be a good buffer in spots where we're concerned about stuff. You know what I mean?
Wipe that so you can see what's going
So we
on.
can just move stuff out of the way.
6.
Swipe it, Matt.
6, 7.
Atlanta's good with it if it has 2 cubes, though.
Right.
And
so is
Moscow,
Moscow.
and Moscow's good with 2 cubes.
That worked really well.
So putting Moscow back to
would,
1 and leaving 2 cubes on it really makes it safe. Really putting 3 cubes on it.
Hollow Man.
What about them?
That destroys that whole concept.
Because the Hollow Men don't care about the cubes. And would still do damage. The only way we're really going to protect it is to get it back to 1 and then get a center
but
on there just to keep it from losing.
I realize that, Hollow Man, but I mean, what are the chances that you draw Hollow Man? I mean, that is
Pretty good.
possible.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have Holloman the rest of the game,
Yeah.
right? Every time now,
Or until something happens that changes the Hollow Men
right?
into
We need until we
Hollow
find a way to fight
dogs.
them. Yeah, hollow dogs,
Hollow
right?
Gorillas, 10 times as strong as regular Hollow Men.
How much stronger are they in comparison to regular gorillas?
Probably about like 1.1.
So everybody
you know,
agreed
like
that this needs to go to 1 at least?
How about this? Just someone gets supplier. Once on your turn, as an action, move a supply cube from the stockpile to a city matching a card in your hand.
Where?
Because that lets us get to cities where the hollow men are.
Correct, but wasn't there one where you could place 2 adjacent cities?
But the cubes
Yes.
still don't matter for Hollow Man.
We also have
Right,
this.
but if it's
If it's hollow and cubes.
yeah, and it doesn't have cubes there, right?
Well, that's the thing is, as soon as it's hollow, you don't want to move into it because you're infected, so you have to figure out how to put cubes into it without moving into it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Joe. I would like Moscow to be a 1 because otherwise those cards go to the game end.
Right. Making that deck
Well,
smaller.
the only yeah. So it messes this up, but then it makes them out of the game, so they're not there. So it's like they're just not going to come up. Is the thing they're not going to come up as being
Right.
something to even be used. So
What was the one thing where we could put in adjacent?
Courier, when doing the deliver supplies action, you may put supply cubes into one adjacent location.
How much
instead
was
of your
that?
current. They're, supplier and courier are both 3. And supplier is one where you can, if you have a card in your hand, you can just put a cube out there.
I
Once
think
per
courier's better.
like you could put it on any one
Any-
card you have.
Yeah, any card. So once on your turn, as an action, move a supply cube from the stockpile, so you don't have to have it, to a city matching a card in your hand.
So you don't have to give up the card, and you don't have to get, and you would get it. That's not bad.
I mean,
But-
it
but
counts in
it's
you
less
having the.
targeted.
Yeah,
it's-
it
yeah,
counts
it's
in you
more
having to have the city in your hand.
Whereas courier is you place a cube into the adjacent city, which is kind of what we need.
Well, I mean, yes. Again, you still have to get close to it to do the thing.
Being next to it ain't that bad.
No, I'm
Because
I'm
moving on to them, we ain't going to do, because nobody's going to want to infect their
I'm
person.
I'm not saying that. not
And
to
nobody's
provide
just gonna
for it.
wanna sit there
I
and just
realize that,
stay.
Josh. I'm just saying that it still makes it just as. You still have to spend your turns getting close.
You have to do that anyways to drop cubes in areas anyways.
I meant for
Right. that,
you could literally be across the map if you had the right card, and like that would be the point of focusing that card.
That's the whole. That's every round though. Is oh shit, Pagoda opened up. How do I get to Pagoda?
Right, and that and the ability to take a cube and just sit it there kind of alleviates some of it.
If you have the card. This one is you
I
just
understand.
go and drop it next door.
And it's only one.
You literally
person.
go here, drop it there. I mean,
And it's only one person as well, which is right. It's not everyone. If we all got that ability,
Yeah.
Sure.
easy choice, right? But
Right,
one
no,
person gets that.
I understand either way.
I'm okay with either,
Yeah.
honestly. Courier is
Well,
nice because
Well, then do the courier one, and then let's get the Moscow.
you can literally sit here and hit London and New York. That's the other
Mhm.
benefit of it, right? We're not thinking about like
Mhm.
you can sit on these things and hit Lagos and Sao
Yeah,
Paulo,
yeah.
like,
or if,
and you can make double cubes, right? And just drop.
Yeah.
And that's really powerful with Matt's ability because he can make and drop, but that's only once per turn, isn't it?
Right, so you can make 2 here and then drop 1.
Yeah.
adjacent.
That's fine. Then do the courier one.
All right. And then we're bringing Moscow back up
to
Moscow
one.
for
Yeah.
one.
I don't.
to a failing city.
4-2.
Yeah.
What's that?
But they're well stocked.
There we go. That's fine. Moscow, you're fine.
Don't worry about that.
Sao Paulo, man, that's the place to be. It's like a tropical paradise. Everyone's living. There's a lab nearby.
So who do you give that to? Probably Steve. Because he's
I
only.
have the ability to move to wherever and then
Yeah,
do the thing.
you
and
do.
that would be, and bring people or whatever. So it's like,
Yeah.
but if it makes sense to go otherwise, I have no problem with it either. I just don't see why I wouldn't.
No, you're the only one without 2 abilities so
Yeah,
far.
Yeah.
I
right?
mean that
So-
would be. It would be nice to have the.
Josh, you have
ability.
3 abilities. Wow.
Yeah. So does he? So
Yeah,
does
it's
he?
3 now, too.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean,
give it to Steve then.
yeah. I mean, you could stack it on me because I can steal cubes and then just pop them, but it doesn't really matter. Same thing with Matt. You could stack it on Matt because he can make and drop for free
Once.
but it could be that free drop once and adjacent.
Yeah.
So it just depends. I mean, you could stack on a bunch of people, or you can even it all out.
And you can move more than once. You can use your ability more than once.
No, just
Once.
once a turn.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where we even all our things out, or you go
I forgot that was an ability.
or you go bang.
Yeah.
I think we
You,
never bought
you,
it.
you know what I mean? Like either you give it
Yeah.
to Matt or me, or you just we
I
even
like
it out.
the idea of you having it, honestly, because you can take and just drop. Because taking's a free action, so
Correct.
you could hit sometimes 3 cities.
Can you do that more than once or only once?
It's no any.
Mine.
And when you do the deliver supplies action, you may put supply cubes in adjacent.
Okay.
So
I
like
just
if
wanted-
Josh was in Cairo, he could
no,
hit.
I get that. I just
I mean
wanted
that's
to-
true for anyone, but
Yeah.
Josh being able to steal cubes as well is a nice benefit. But
But how often do people hold cubes? Maybe then we make it so people hold
Well,
cubes.
this
more
game I
often.
did, right? Because I knew you had that
Correct.
ability. So I'd
I
go to
mean,
Sao Paulo,
and I
create
had
8
to,
cubes, and
uh,
just
on
grab
some-
them all.
Yeah.
And I can now hold more than 3.
Yeah. So it just depends on how we want to do it. Or with
Right.
Matt, Matt's isn't bad either.
It's only
You know what?
once
Give it
though
to
is the
Josh.
problem,
and
right?
True.
Give it to Josh.
Superpower Josh.
Oh, God.
Francis D. Gonna die.
Yeah.
Good.
First exposure is
Probably.
death.
Francis,
Probably.
you heard it here, Paul. Francis D's gonna die.
First exposure is dying.
I can't remember. I thought there was a death on this, and it's not necessarily 7.
Correct.
Because I didn't think it was the number of scars.
Correct.
it's not-
It
it's
is
not-
random.
Well, there's definitely a death because it says place of death down here underneath your name and your age.
Right, but it's not like 2 scars and you're dead like the other. It's one,
Right.
It's
3.
random. It could be you just get.
Could be the first one on Francis D. If he ever
Correct.
gets exposure, he's just dead
Well, mine's
instantly.
not the first 2.
Right. Yeah, either a Stives.
Stives. Either is a
Either a
Stives.
Stives. All right, well, there we go. That's the gospel truth. We lost 2 months in a row. I don't think that's ever happened to us in Pandemic Legacy. So.
Comparative.
This game, I will say, does seem much harder than the first one, but maybe we're just bad.
Could be both.
Could be. Or just unlucky draw of cards.
Yeah, that's
Really.
you know,
Right?
it's
I
the
mean,
luck of the draw. Some people that have perfect luck and went through the first game with no issue. You know what I mean? You could have a perfect game where everything's perfectly spread out, or you have a double epidemic where it doesn't hurt you, and then you have a really long run where you're golden.
These broken links are getting to the point where it might be useful.
But the
After
ones
discarding this card, any player may discard a player card to stop drawing infection cards the rest of the turn.
yeah.
That would have saved us if it came up this game, but and it's only 1 point, so they're not super expensive investments, but they could save a game.
Correct.
We also are going to be opening up June when we start the next one, so there could be a whole new
You're right.
set of stuff with that. Like it may change what we can or can't do, and all the.
And we go back to how many cubes we get. We lose 3 cubes.
Woo!
Right.
All right.
Josh, you get one of these.
All right, well, that's it
That
for us
doesn't
tonight, I
seem
guess.
Yep.
Next week, Tainted Grail is the plan.
Nice.
Have you
Begin
done?
our campaign.
Have you done a box opening?
No, I think I'm just gonna read the rules and skip the box.
You should just do
opening.
a box opening and post it afterwards.
I guess I could do that.
Post it
So-
later on another week. Who cares? It's just
It's a
content.
good-looking game.
Yeah.
So,
All right, I'll do a box
Yeah.
opening. So yeah,
Just record it and edit and put it
Tainted
out later.
Grail next week.
Should we all try to
Tuesday.
watch a video? of
Probably.
it?
I'll try and read the rules. I haven't
I,
opened
I,
a box yet. So.
I'll be able to.
Yeah,
push
you-
through. Yeah, I just played it twice.
Yep.
So, yeah. I know a big chunk of it relatively well.
So that means no spoilers from Steven.
Oh yeah, no. The
Steve
thing
makes
about
no
it is-
decisions in our game.
Yep.
Just like Matt did in
here's the thing,
season
here's
1.
the thing. There are so many things, even in just those couple things, that I didn't even come close to trying, that it's like I can literally just make a different turn and I won't know what's coming.
Night
Like
Night
I
Panic.
make a right turn instead of a left and I won't know.
It's like 9 o'clock, bruh.
He's tired. He's a sleepy boy.
Panic?
Yeah.
You know what? He's a young man who needs his sleep.
I need to go fix a laptop and go document about 20 games worth
You must
of
be
League
nice
of
to
Legends.
11.
Nope. Feeling old, getting balder, angrier. Life sucks.
I find part of both of those things hard to believe. The last one not so much. But the first
Getting
two are.
angrier?
Yeah, getting angrier and having less hair. It seems like both are unlikely for you.
Both happening.
Are they correlated?
Probably.
Ah,
Probably.
The more his hair recedes, the angrier he gets.
I think it's the other way around. The angrier I get, the more my hair.
Okay.
It's not really receding, it's just thinning.
Yeah.
It's not really receding. It's just that.
It's just gone.
It's funny how guys say
We'll start a
things like
GoFundMe
that.
for your plugs.
Just shave
We're
it.
gonna start a Patreon, and that'll be the
Yeah,
$1,000 goal is getting Josh hair plugged, but
think
not good ones.
It's way more than $1,000.
Not good
But,
ones.
no, we'll jackass it. We'll do like the thing when they did the terrorist deal and when they
Oh,
give
yeah.
the beard.
We'll all
and
shave the
it'll be
donated
all like
job.
views.
Yeah.
You know, it's just-
Pass. I don't need Matt hair.
It'll be alright. So there's like
Some of them have
there's several
lice.
like curly
yeah,
hairs.
yeah.
and-
Yeah, that'd be the best. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
right.
spots of curliness, spots of a little bit of gray for me. It'd be great.
Pass.
Yeah.
It's a sketchy.
Start that soon.
It is a sketchy surgery. I've watched it done. Take out follicles all out of the back of your heads, like poke them all out, rip them all out, and then re-implant them up top.
Seems painful.
And it's
They
not
just
really
take- They
painful.
can just take them off your back.
No, they take them. Different kind of hair,
So you
Steve.
looked into this.
Yeah,
I have.
yeah.
And it is expensive.
Yeah.
Josh is gonna come back. He's like, guys, I need to take the next month off. I'm going on vacation. He's gonna come back and just have Steve hair.
No.
It doesn't come in right away.
I know that's where you're gonna be on a month.
No. It'll be like this. It'll be like this, but then half of what? He ran out of money. It's like $72 a follicle, and somewhere in the middle, she put a stop to it. So
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
yeah.
It's all or nothing. Kind of like LASIK. You don't pay in increments. So they don't just do one eye.
Your eyes are like 50%.
Yeah. They're-
It's like, sorry, I can only afford half the LASIK. Can you just half me better?
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to be 20/20. I'll just be 20, like 40/20.
yeah. Once your check clears, we'll finish. Wait, what?
There's probably payment plans because you can do
Yeah.
dental payment plans.
There you go. And just default on there.
Sketchy. Oh yeah, just
They take your eyes back.
It's sketchy.
They come back and they take
yeah,
the
repo
follicles
my
back out.
eyeballs.
They repo your follicles. Give me those hairs back. You didn't pay.
Oh, that'd be so painful. They just scalp me.
Yeah. Wow. Right. This went off the rails a bit. So
I love it.
let's go ahead and end it for
It
tonight.
always does.
Until next time.
He's Joe.
I'm Joe.
That's
That's
Matt.
Matt.
Matt and his pew pew pew.
His puffy jacket.
Wait, I guess I do.
Yeah, you're.
Yeah.
I like it.
Steve
That's
Josh.
Steve.
Dude, gosh.
Steve Josh.
Thanks for watching.
And you watch it on the